All right, let's roll. The Wicked Wednesday has begun. The Pips, the Players, the Hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between from Costa Rica to California. We will be kicking it in Costa Rica about 24 hours from now, actually. We will be arriving. The Super Bowl Beach Bash. Betcast starts at 5 o'clock on Sunday. Me and Donnie step up and in at 6 o'clock, take you through the football game in what should be a off-the-hook weekend in San Jose and in Yaco, Costa Rica. All right, I know everybody's very excited for Taylor Stevens, and hopefully we don't disappoint you. She's ready to go. I spoke to her like 10 minutes ago, but I don't know. She seemingly is having problems logging into Google Hangouts. So we'll try to walk her through this over the next couple of minutes as, you know, my frustration level. I've done about 13 shows today. In all actuality, I think I did 6. Even people at the station told me, I think you've done more than you've ever done in one day today. Plowing through stuff, constant technical difficulties, phone problems, guests that come on with me every week that for some reason, like, ask me if they, you know, they had their fucking camera pointed at the ceiling, pointed at the window. It's like, come on, man. Like, fuck, man. Just like, it's just constant. You know, constant. We had this a couple of days ago with Earl Skakel. Send him the link. Can't figure it out. 15 minutes later of frustration. I can't take it anymore. Like, there are actually quite a few people that I don't have on this show because I don't have confidence that they're going to be able to figure it the fuck out. I don't know. Like, I hate to say it, but a lot of our guests aren't the slickest fucking people. Now, I had faith in Taylor. She's a webcam model. She's a webcam model. Like, yeah, I sort of assumed. I told her, listen, it's like Skype. I'll just send you a link. You open it. And right on cue. Right on cue. The lovely Taylor Stevens. I got to tell you, Taylor, we just had a guest the other day that was unable to figure this out. And, you know, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm giving up faith on humanity here. But Taylor Stevens, everybody, steps up and in from Las Vegas, Nevada. What's going on, Taylor?
Nothing, you know, living it up here in Las Vegas, right?
Kicking it large. It looks like you're in, like, what, you got the VIP suite up there or something like that?
I got a good suite, you know how I do.
You're the high roller of the link.
Good.
Yeah, I should have given it away where you are, actually. I hope you're under a fake name. Better change your name to like Britney Spears at the front desk or something like that now. But looking hot as always, Taylor. You're breaking hearts in Vegas, I guess, with the Patriots tank top.
Absolutely.
You're looking looking at the Patriot T-shirt that you have on right now. Normally, I look at the Pats logo and I'm like, oh fuck, I hate the Patriots. But now I'm like, oh god, it's a pretty nice T-shirt you got there.
I got you changing your mind, Gabe. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah. So how about this, Taylor? That suddenly, normally you guys are the bad guys. Normally you guys are the villains. But people dislike the Eagles a lot. So suddenly, a lot of people in Minneapolis are actually cheering and stuff for the Patriots right now. You guys aren't all hated this week.
I still feel that we're really hated this week. I feel like Eagles fans are like serious. And I think come tomorrow and the day after, we're going to see some real Eagles fans come in. But yeah, I mean, at least this year we're not as hated as much, which is okay. But hey, success breeds hate, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as we're winning, I'm good.
Yeah, that's why so many people hate me, I guess, right? It's too much success.
Exactly, Gabe. You are the prime example.
Yeah.
Let them hate on you, Gabe.
The prime example. Quite the night, Taylor. I told you, too. It's sort of my bad, too. Because, I told Taylor, listen, I'll send you the link at like 9:45 so we can go over it so it's not a last-second thing. And then I'm sitting here, and I realize at like 9:45, I'm like, holy fuck. My battery is dying in my computer. I'm looking for my charger, and I'm like, oh, man, I forgot my charger at the TV studio. And fortunately, I live close to the studio, but I had to fucking run to the studio. I'm sweating like fucking crazy. It's hot. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. Now I'm all hot in here. I'm sweating. But, I guess the weather in Vegas is pretty nice tonight.
It's really nice. It's probably not as nice as Costa Rica is going to be, but it's nicer than Toronto, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're doing the Super Bowl Beach Bash. We're going to be broadcasting live during the Super Bowl. So where are you going to be watching the Super Bowl? Like, do you go to
I am going to be at the VIP party at the Mandalay Bay. So I'm excited to be there. It's tradition every year, and I'm superstitious. So I won't even go to any other Super Bowl party because that's where the Patriots always win. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Really? You know what? I watched the Patriots lose once at the Clarion. The real dump. I'm not rocking. See, yeah, people like you that look like you, Taylor, you get to go to the VIP at Mandalay Bay. I bet fucking tens of thousands of dollars at Mandalay Bay. They gave me a couple of drink tickets. Yeah, that was about it. A couple of drink tickets. Mandalay
John your sorrows. You're never allowed to go back to the Clarion ever again.
Well, they blew it up after I left. Literally and figuratively, they destroyed it.
Oh, well, there you go. See?
Yeah, it's Brian Blessing's fault. Yeah, Brian Blessing's fault. That was a crazy weekend, that one. Yeah, we got a party in Vegas sometime for the Super Bowl. Normally, I go to Vegas for the Super Bowl. But this year, working with SBR, we're shaking it up, and we're going to Costa Rica. We're going to
cool. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah. The Jacko Beach is over the top, Taylor. It's like the party hotspot of the world.
I have to come. That is if I'm still invited after the Patriots win on Sunday, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? They had the International Football Betting Conference, actually. You'd like it. It's all, handicappers football conference. Remember Johnny Manziel was there. Remember I tweeted the picture of me and Manziel?
Yes.
Yeah, in his family. Yeah, you got to come. It'd be a great time. So you're always in the Westgate Super Contest. We had a bunch of entries this year, and we stupidly pretty much put fucking like the same teams on every entry with like maybe a variation here or there. Sort of started off slow. I swear, Taylor, if there was one more week, I would have come in the top 50. We finished the season on like a 38-2 run, which is fucking good. And I look back and I'm like, how the fuck did we go 38-2 in the last 5 weeks or last 7 weeks, whatever it was? And we didn't finish in the money. And I guess it turns out I didn't even want to look. I never looked, to be honest with you, because it just pissed me off. But somebody told me on Twitter, like, damn, man, you only finished a game and a half out when it was all said and done. I was like, I didn't want to hear that,
I know what you did wrong. You did not pick the Patriots enough. That's what happened. You did not have faith in the Patriots. That's what happened.
You're right, but every time I take the Patriots, they screw me. Every time they take the Patriots.
Not always, Gabe. You got to have faith. Eventually, they come through.
You know what? I'm getting a flashback, actually, Taylor. Do you remember the game? It was like 2 years ago, I think. because you just made it set it off because I rarely take the Patriots. You're right in the contest, but I did. They were I think they were 7-point favorites against the Eagles, actually. And yeah, you remember the Patriots were up like 14-0 or something. Didn't Eagles come back? Maybe Eagle fans remember that game.
I don't want to remember that. I don't want to remember that. I prefer to remember when the Patriots blow out a team, like on Sunday when they're going to blow out the Eagles, right?
So you're kicking it with my boy Sonny Vega down there?
Yes, actually, it's so funny. I have a story because I'm going through all these prop bets. And last year, I wanted to bet, will the game go into overtime? And Sonny's like, don't bet that prop bet. It's never going to go into overtime. It's never gone into overtime. And sure enough, what happens? It goes into overtime. So this year, I'm going balls to the wall with my prop bets. I don't give a shit.
I like this sound. All right, we've got a lot of comments in the chat. I warn people, we got a very hot girl coming on, and we do have a lot of, we got a lot of degenerate people here in the chat, but this is—
That's okay. I can't see the chat. I don't see the haters, just like the Patriots.
No, there's no haters. But somebody asked me, how are the Patriots going to cover the point spread when the Patriots logo can't cover you right now?
We stretch. It's all those stretches, guys. Come on now.
The Patriots have a bend but don't break defense.
Listen, I love the Patriots here. I love them to cover too. I'm excited. And look, Gabe, I brush with greatness every single day. Wow. Look, I wake up with Patriots in my mouth. See? That's perfect for your chat, for all the degenerates.
I'm assuming you shave with Gillette too as well, Gillette only?
Only Gillette, the best take can get, right?
Gillette only, yeah, the best a woman can get, and can get as well. So, so for the record, Taylor bets on football. She's not just a pretty face. Somebody's asking, why did you become a Patriot fan, Taylor? When did you become a Patriot fan? Why are you a Patriot fan? And how come you're not a Buffalo Bill fan? Come on. We could use it.
I don't think there's one Buffalo Bill fan.
I don't think there's one Buffalo Bill fan as hot as you, actually. Like, even the cheerleaders are. We need you on our team.
Something funny is that every time I'm at a Bills game, a dildo gets thrown on the field, and I feel like it's following me around or something. But listen, I grew up with 3 older brothers.
So what are you saying? You're the one that's actually repeatedly throwing dildos on the field at Patriot Bills games because you've been there.
It's always around me. I feel like there's always dildos around me, and especially in Buffalo, everyone's a fucking dick, so they're all around me. So, but no, I grew up with 3 older brothers. Actually, my brothers are Packers fans, but I learned to appreciate good football. And it's pretty obvious that the Patriots play some good football. So more and more over the years, I started watching them, and that's how I became a Patriots fan, because they're the best team ever. Ever.
So your brothers are Packer fans. What do you know? How about this? Brett Favre is giving the pregame speech to the Saturday night little pep speech to the Eagles, because he's best friends with Doug Peterson. Peterson was the backup on the Packers.
Right. You know what? What also is funny about Minnesota is I went to Minnesota just to see Brett Favre play because I loved Brett Favre. I used to have this huge crush on Brett Favre. And I went to Minnesota to watch the game, and that was the day the Superdome collapsed. So I wake up, and all of a sudden I get this phone call. The roof collapsed. I'm like, what the fuck? So I end up finding out that we can't go to the game. The game gets rerouted to Detroit. I end up freezing my ass off, booking a flight to Detroit just to see Brett Favre play. And then I get to Detroit, and what happens? He doesn't even play. So I was like, I'm so over Detroit. I'm so over everything. But I do love Minnesota. In the winter, it's beautiful. And I hope everyone's enjoying themselves down there, because it's going to be a great vibe.
Yeah, how come you chose Vegas over the Super Bowl itself? Because, you could have went to the Super Bowl if you wanted. Why do you choose Vegas? It's like
every year. I prefer Vegas. There's no better place ever to watch the Super Bowl but Vegas. There's a sports book right there. I like to make my bets. It's just comfortable here. I love it. I love the vibe here. I wouldn't go to the Super Bowl. I prefer – look, Patriots have been in the Super Bowl, right? But I could have went, but I don't want to. Vegas is the best place in the world to watch it. And I'm superstitious, and – I have to be in the exact same place. I can't. Look, I have the Patriots toothbrush, guys. I am superstitious, okay? I wake up with greatness in my mouth.
I think the question is, and I don't want to be too crude, but do you have a Patriots dildo? Like,
if they made one, I would have it.
Yeah,
if they made one, I would have it. But you know what, Gabe? The Patriots never fuck me over. The Patriots don't fuck me, though.
Yeah, the Taylor Stevens line of Patriots, helpers. You know what I mean?
I know, but see, the thing is, I never get fucked by the Patriots, so it doesn't make sense for me to have a dildo from them.
Yeah, you know what? I have, fuck, so. Yeah, for me, you have the strap-on edition, fuck, Like I said, anytime I've taken the Patriots, it's not ended well for me. So what you mentioned some props, so we'll get your final score prediction in a couple of minutes. But what are some of the props that you're taking a look at?
I really like, for serious props, aside from the coin toss, right? Because you don't bet the coin toss, right, Gabe? I mean, I like the coin toss. It's fun. It's excitement right from the beginning.
I'm a gambler, as you know, but I don't really do the coin toss. But somebody told me today that they're guaranteeing that Justin Timberlake, and fuck, I hate Justin Timberlake. I dislike Justin Timberlake.
Too.
What's that?
I hate him. It's like, what is this, 10 years ago? I don't want to see Justin Timberlake at halftime.
You know what it is? Because no one hip now wants to be associated with the NFL. So they don't have a choice. But it's a good point. Like, what, Justin fucking Timberlake? Like, really? That's the best you could fucking do? So somebody told me, though, that they're going to play the song Filthy for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They said,
for the Eagles, those dirty fucks.
It's plus 180, I guess. How about this one, Taylor? Bookmaker has this one. Will Bill Belichick wear a hoodie? Of course he's going to wear a hoodie.
I mean, I think he will. That's kind of silly. That's his kind of natural thing to do. I prefer to bet on like the real props, like what will I feel that the last team to score will win. The last team to score is going to win the game, obviously, because Patriots are a halftime team and a fourth quarter team, so they'll win. I think that the Eagles will be the first to get a penalty. So those are a couple props that I'm definitely taking. I'm going to take the coin toss just because. And there's so many, like being in Vegas.
You're calling me a degenerate because I might bet on what song that you're like, oh, I prefer the real props. So you're betting on coin tosses.
True. I'm a degenerate too. I just make it look a little prettier. That's all. I just pretend.
Are you buddies with Janet Jones-Gretzky betting on coin tosses? It must be a hot blonde chick. It's a hot blonde chick.
I like action from the start.
Yeah. The girls, hot blondes like the coin toss action for some reason. Nice and quick. Yeah, it's a quickie.
We like to get excited from the beginning. I think it's going to be a really good game, though. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it'll go over. Yeah, me and you should make a little wager, though, there. Gabe, what do you have?
I guess we can. You know what? I actually do like Philadelphia.
No shit.
Yeah, well,
you like Philadelphia?
What a shot.
No shit. Shocker. Will they throw Crisco on the field? Prop bet. No.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm an idiot because I was on the Falcons and I was on the Vikings, so I'm really just a bandwagon fucking jumper chasing like a loser now. But you know what? Mark Lawrence, smart guy, said today there's only two teams, all right, that were underdogs in both the playoff games to go on and win the Super Bowl and be underdogs in the Super Bowl. So only two times, it's happened where teams were underdogs in all of their games going into the Super Bowl. Both teams that did it won the Super Bowl. The Baltimore Ravens did it. The Baltimore Ravens did it when they beat San Francisco, and the Denver Broncos did it when they beat the Green Bay Packers. So now the Philadelphia Eagles fall into this category. But
I don't know. Did you watch Tom versus Time, though? I don't think that anyone that makes it to a Super Bowl is really an underdog, right?
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. It's a good way.
I credit Tom Brady for that.
See what you're missing in Toronto? I put a bottle of water out there on the balcony. This is what I want back.
Here's my red cup, Gabe. So cheers.
You're rocking.
Is it much different than that?
Yeah, what do you got in there?
A lot of Bacardi and a little bit of Diet Coke.
You know what? Circus isn't the best place, but Vince Neil from Motley Crue has a bar in there. And they got some great drinks in there. If you and Sonny are walking past there ever, just go into Circus. Don't worry about the creepy clowns and all that type of stuff and the carpet from the 60s. You know, bypass that. Just say, where's Vince Neil's bar? It's right beside the Sportsbook. And they got.
You know what, Gabe? Actually, I don't mean to interrupt you, but two things. My first tattoo was from Vince Neil Inc., which was beside the original O'Shea's on the strip.
Oh,
and
yeah.
actually, my second tattoo was in Circus just last year. I got my dad's name tattooed in Circus. They have a nice tattoo shop. So I'm not afraid of a little circus. Vegas is a circus.
Yeah,
So.
people in the chat are going to want to marry you now. She gambles on football. She's getting tattoos on the strip in Vegas. All right, so.
But you know what? I see that it's going to be like there's a lot of Patriots fans here right now, but I know it's going to start to fill up with some Eagles fans. It's going to be a very interesting couple of days. I'm excited.
All right,
I'm excited for the.
I was going to ask you that. So, not many Eagle fans in Vegas, but a lot of Patriot fans so far.
So far, but I feel that the onslaught of Eagle fans is coming. It's coming. I can feel it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, they're all broke. Fuck. They also have to spend their money on bail after they won the championship, the NFC Conference Championship.
So I'll use Crisco to lube up the dildo that the Patriots are going to fuck them with, and then that will be ironic, right? Oh, my God. We're being so vulgar. Like, thank God this is on YouTube.
That's so. I think you're going to start turning people on here in the chat. That's some real smack talk. So what you said? Put the Crisco on the dildo and load it up because you're going to get fucked up the ass, you're saying.
Oh, my God. This is the most fun. This is so fun right now.
See, we're all on TV, right? The TV's kind of tame and shit like that. You know what I mean? This is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can start talking about Crisco and Eagle fans. So what are we going to bet?
Look, in all honesty, this is that they're a great team. I really look at their season. I really appreciate the Eagles and how well they've played. I think it's a big task for us as Patriots and as if I was born as a Patriot. But I think it's going to be a great game. I think that the two best teams are there, and I'm really excited about it. And obviously, I'm really happy for Blount because, you know, he was a Patriot, and I'm excited for him. Chris Long, I mean, congratulations, yeah, but more Blount because, like, in the sound effects, he was so great and so good for the team.
He's a nice guy, Chris Long. He is. He's a good guy.
Yeah. No, and him and Amendola are, like, best friends, so they, like, hang out. So it's, like, going to be weird, but
there's a lot of that
I still want to
in this game.
them.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this game. I guess Jake Elliott and Gostkowski both played for the Memphis Tigers, and they like followed each other. Like Jake Elliott looks up to Gostkowski, and they work out together in the off season. They're buddies. Like they
and that's cool. Like you can't be you're not enemies. The game is the game. That's on the field. You leave that on the field, and the rest is history, you know. But I'm happy for Blount to be back in the Super Bowl, but I don't want him to win it. So
yeah, it's amazing, Taylor, because all week people in the chat have been talking shit about the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots.
No.
Oh yeah.
Surprise,
Go Eagles. Now suddenly tonight people are, oh yeah, Pats, fuck the Eagles. So yeah, people are, we got YYC Golfer says, the reason, Taylor, you're not seeing any Eagle fans in Vegas, public transit doesn't run from Philly to Las Vegas.
Well, I know that Patriots fans travel well, so that's what I know.
In Vancouver says, no, Eagle fans are too busy running into poles, catching the train. Did you see that dude that ran into the pole?
Yeah, and you know what else I saw? Like the stupid Eagles fan punched a horse. I will punch that guy. I do not believe in hurting animals. That pissed me off so much. Like, grow up. I was so angry. Like, if someone had punched my horse or my dog, I would fucking kill them. Like,
you know what? Our horse is running tomorrow night at Woodbine. Actually, we got to go to a race, Taylor. When you get back, we'll go to a race sometime.
I would love that. I grew up. Listen, my dad, God rest his soul, used to take me to the racetrack when I was a kid. And funny you mention it because I'm not familiar as my dad was, obviously, with betting on horses. And today I bet fucking $500 on Army Mule at the Gulfstream, and I won fucking $30. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna bet. I ended up betting 500, and he came in first, and I won $30. So I'm gonna stick betting on football.
You put $500 down and you went. So you were all like, yeah. It must have been exciting.
I was excited though. I won.
Yeah. I
thought I was going to win a lot more.
I'm guessing if you were jumping up and down in the horse book, a lot of people were looking at you, Taylor, at the time. It's just my guess. But
I mean,
you're all excited thinking, oh, fucking right. I just won. I bet 500 and you gave me back $530.
Exactly. But the guy at the book was really nice, and it's still fun. Like, I channel my father, when I bet on horses. I don't really care about the money. It's more about, my dad loved Vegas. So that's why I love Vegas. So it's just in my blood.
my advice is don't do that again. Don't bet $500.
I won't. No, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm going to stick to prop bets, guys. I'm going to stick to prop bets on football. So
you know what? You mentioned, the team to score last win the game.
Yes.
And you say New England, and I can see that script happening. One of my guests today on TV brought up he likes Danny Amendola to score the last touchdown of the game at 10-1, which I don't have a problem with. But your team to score last to win the game. Did you know, Taylor? And in fact, the last 12 Super Bowls, it's happened every time. It's 12 for 12.
Yes. I thought it was the last 8, actually, but you said it's the last 12, so you know better. But I thought it was the last 8. And obviously the Patriots have been there so many times. So obviously it's a good bet. I'm going to take it. I like the odds here.
I'll tell you some of my more serious props, too. Starting off, listen, the New England Patriots have never scored a point in Brady's 7 Super Bowls in the first quarter. And as a whole, they've only given up 15 points. So there's been a total of 15 points in 7 Super Bowls with Tom Brady in the first quarter. So I'm going under 9.5 in the first quarter. I'm going to bet that there's going to be more points scored in the second half than there is the first half. Minus 105,
I
Taylor.
agree with you.
Yeah, so I think
agree.
And then we get into some player props, and I'm showing you guys some love, actually. I love Danny Amendola in this game. The reception prop is 4.5. I think he goes over. I'm going to play him to go all the way up to 8 at UWager at plus 300, but I'll bet him over 4.5 receptions. I'm going to take Danny Amendola over 52.5 receiving yards. I got to take Dion Lewis over 4.5 catches.
That's my little munchkin. I call him my little munchkin. That's my little munchkin, Dion Lewis. That's my little man. He does it. He does it. He does it.
So you're a Dion Lewis fan, huh?
He's my baby. He runs. He's good. He's good.
The little munchkin. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that, actually. Dion Lewis. Yeah, I think Dion Lewis can have a big game.
I think so too.
He's the guy. He's one of the guys. And the Eagles have a hard time with running backs catching passes. I think Dion Lewis is going to have a big game, actually, Taylor. Him and Danny Amendola. So I like Amendola over to 4.5. I like Amendola over. I like Tom Brady over 25.5 completions. The Philadelphia Eagles are
hard. Gabe, come to this side, Gabe. Come to my side.
Well, I'm betting a lot of your props. I'm betting a lot of your props.
You still think Philly's going to win?
I know, but I'm not saying I'm not promising Philly's going to win, but I got to take the points, Taylor. You guys always win by 3.
Listen, I'll bet you. Okay, listen, Eagles win. Look, it's what? Plus 170 on the money line. Eagles win, I give you $170. Patriots win, you give me $100.
All right, let's rock. We'll do it.
Here we are. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, we'll go. And then we'll go to the track after with the money. We'll go to Woodbine.
Exactly. We'll double it up or double it up on roulette.
It's crazy, actually, Taylor. You can bet on my horse tomorrow night in Vegas. Like, they'll have it at every book there.
Then I'll do it.
Yeah, tomorrow night, the 3rd race in Woodbine.
Okay.
The name of the horse.
You have to give me the information because I'm going to bet it.
Yeah,
that's what I love about Vegas. Right here's the sports book. That's why I don't want to be in Minnesota. Who wants to be in Minnesota freezing their asses off at all the bars? And so I want to go downstairs, make my halftime bets. Just like Bill Belichick, I make halftime adjustments.
Exactly. So, that's what's great. Like you said, Vegas is a great party for Super. You know what I missed, though? They had the UFC there all the time on Saturday night. That's what I used to always like it. I'd go. If you have a big card, too. So you'd have a nice big UFC card on Saturday night.
Love it.
Yeah, it leads into the Super Bowl the next day. This year they're having a UFC card, but it's in Brazil on the Saturday night.
Not the same, yeah.
A couple of times, though, it was great. Like, I've crushed the UFC and it would lead into the Super Bowl. But I remember that Baltimore-San Francisco year. The writing was on the wall. It was a fucking disaster. It was Saturday night UFC. I was living in Vegas there, and the wheels fucking fell off. Like I literally went like 1-5 in the UFC. Like I lost. I know
the feeling, Gabe. We're not always winning. I know. The city wasn't built on winners.
Yeah, that was brutal. Fuck. I had like $5,000. I was all ready. I lost like fucking 3 of it on the Saturday night, even before the Super Bowl. Fuck, I was in a bad mood for the rest of the weekend.
I know. One bad thing. Actually, speaking of UFC, what do you feel about Mayweather now? Trying to be part of the UFC. What do you think about that?
I'm not buying into it. I think he's just trolling people. But
I agree.
If he actually did fight Conor McGregor in an octagon, Conor would fucking murder him.
I agree with you on that. That we agree. For that we agree.
Like, it's interesting to me. And, I love Floyd against Conor. I thought, if they box, Floyd will beat him. But Floyd's getting old. Floyd's just fucking around now. I think he's just trolling.
He's got a big mouth, but he backs it up.
Conor McGregor would like nothing better than to fight Floyd Mayweather again, so he can make another $100 million. So
exactly right.
That's why he keeps trolling him.
Mayweather
yeah, that's why he keeps like talking shit. He hopes Floyd takes the bait, and he figures Floyd might think I'm an easy guy to beat again in a boxing ring. But there's no way in hell Floyd Mayweather's getting into a UFC octagon. He's just fucking around. When you see him in the octagon with his shirt off, he actually looks old and shit. He looks awkward without boxing gloves.
He does. You're right. Some things I agree with you on, some things I don't. Like being a Bills fan, never, right? But for that, I agree with
you. Maybe we can find a common team in another league. Well, how about the Raptors? Well, you're a Raptor fan, right?
I mean, I guess well, I'm not as dedicated to the Raptors as I am to the Patriots, but if I can bet on it, maybe. Yeah,
so don't tell me you're a Celtic fan.
No, I'm not. As far as basketball, I don't have any like allegiance to a team, loyalty to a team. Like basketball is basketball. It's either over, under, and that's it. Like I don't care about that. But when it comes to football, it's always going to be the Patriots first. When it comes to hockey, the Las Vegas Golden Knights are fucking killing it.
Crazy.
And I'm like so excited.
Yeah, that's insane. Golden Knights, they won again last night. Yeah, I'm so
excited for this city.
I'm
so excited as a Canadian, like that they can enjoy like a great hockey team, because we can't as Canadians. Toronto Maple Leafs suck shit. So I mean, at least here in Vegas, they can enjoy hockey and have a good team. You know what I mean? I'm happy because Vegas is like my home. So
come on, the Leafs don't. I'm not even a Leaf fan, but the Leafs don't suck shit. That's a little harsh.
I'm sick of the Leafs. I am over the Leafs. I mean, okay, they're better this year, fine, but it'd be nice if they could just, come through just once. Like, I don't want to get a girl drunk, right? Or you don't want to get a girl drunk, and buy her drinks all night, and then she doesn't put out. That's what the Leafs do. Like you keep supporting them, and they never put out.
That's a very good way of putting it. That's a very, very good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's so eloquent and classy the way I put it. It's fantastic.
You know what, though?
Cheers to that.
You know what's crazy? You and I lived in Vegas at the same time.
Yep.
And, you were down the street at the Turnberry. I was up the street at Allure. I love the names of these places there. Allure, Sky, and all these fucking names.
Right?
of these condos. But it's amazing to think, like, hockey, they had the Las Vegas Wranglers, right, in the East Coast Hockey League. And they they used to get 6,000, 7,000 people a game. It wasn't like it was a thing. That's why Vegas showed they could do hockey. People used to go at the arena. But I never would have imagined so quickly that, boom, Las Vegas would have a hockey team. It's just sort of surreal, isn't it? Like, they have a hockey team.
It feels like it happened overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Cinderella story.
And then not only that, they fucking win every night. It's nuts.
God forbid they win.
They might in their first fucking year. They just very well might.
I'm excited for that. I really am. I love to see this city like get excited over like hockey. You wouldn't think in the desert, you know what I mean? But it's great.
So what did you brainwash Sonny into betting on the Patriots too, or is he on?
Oh, I don't ever have to brainwash Sonny. Sonny is a huge Patriots fan, so he He will like always bet the Patriots. I brought every piece of Patriots clothing that I own, and I'm going to wear it loud and proud. Okay, look, I'm seriously holding the toothbrush. Like I'm so superstitious.
You're taking a toothbrush out with you too tonight? You stir your drinks with it and stuff?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's like a stir stick, right? I'll stir my coffee spiked with Bacardi in the morning with it. I wish you were here, Gabe. You'd have such a good time. But I know you're going to be in Costa Rica with sexy girls in bikinis, so you're probably going to have a lot more fun than I am.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm hoping. I like you said, I hope it's not false advertising. That's what I heard, Taylor. Right?
The girls are hot over there, and so is the weather. So
that's what I heard. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, you know what? I was thinking some guys in the chat and some talking. I haven't been to Vegas. I see T-Bone's here right now. He's going to be in Vegas this weekend. I haven't been in Vegas.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in Vegas week 1 of college. I was there week 1 of college this year. Yeah. But I felt like shit. I was to get into the super contest, but I'm thinking I might maybe March Madness, just a quick in and out, Thursday to Sunday.
Best time to be here. Yeah. That's a great time to be here, too. The vibe is amazing. Everyone comes in for that.
Yeah, March Madness is good. What I like about it, too, March Madness is in Vegas is the great atmosphere with all the guys of different schools and different fans. The Super Bowl is just 2 teams. You know what I mean? Like March Madness, you got a pack of Michigan fans, pack of fucking Louisville fans, pack of, New York, the Syracuse guys. So
that's what's fun about it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny, like sometimes they're on together high-fiving, and sometimes it's like, fuck you. It's like a good dynamic. And what I like
it's really diverse.
Yeah, the Super Bowl, you're kind of fucked. You lose the Super Bowl, and that feeling on that Sunday, man, it's just like, boom, that big come down. You're in the casino, everyone's walking out. You're like, oh, shit. I got to hit
I cried when the Giants beat the Patriots. I cried. I was crying. And I was at the Aria VIP party, and I remember there's this big thing of ice cream, like free ice cream, and so I was bawling, and I just fucking grabbed a bunch of ice cream and ran to my room. I was so mad when they lost, but luckily last year it was beautiful, and with Seattle it was beautiful. I find that there's like all these bandwagon. It doesn't matter if you're like you're not an Eagles fan, you're just against the Patriots. That's what it is.
Exactly.
I'm finding like, especially last year, like Atlanta, like it didn't really have like this huge loyal fan base. It's just nobody wanted the Patriots to win. No one could name you one fucking player on Atlanta, but they just wanted to say, we're Atlanta fans. I'm like, you paid fucking what, $100 for that fucking jersey, and you don't even know one player on that team. But just because you want to root against the Patriots, fuck you. And we did. So we fucked them. So that's good.
Yeah, I know. You know what, though? This is different because a lot of people don't like the Eagles. And I don't know.
Yeah.
The Eagles are kind of harmless. They never done anything. They never win. Like, they've never won a Super Bowl, the Eagles, before. I mean,
yeah, they're dirty a little bit, too. They're dirty. They're like, they're kind of dirty. So I don't know. I just hope that
let's settle down a little bit. They might be dirty, but you guys are a little bit sketchy.
Oh, come on, Gabe. If you ain't, what is it? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's it. I can't disagree.
Come on, think about it this way. Honest. Put it this way. I'm in Vegas, right? I'm at the poker table. If I can see someone else's cards, that's an advantage, right? Does that mean I'm a cheater, or does that mean that you just suck? That means that you should hide your cards better. That has nothing to do with me. If I can see your cards and I can win, I'm going to win.
I can't disagree.
You got to look at it like that.
You know what? You're right about that. My thing with the Patriots has never been the stealing the signals thing. That's fine. As you stated, it's up to you to change the signals. You have to need the same signals all fucking year. Don't be surprised if someone actually says, you know what? Why don't we take 2 minutes and look at the tape and see if they do the same thing every week? And some teams are lazy and they do. But the Patriots have taken it to another level. But Taylor, I think in a sense, as if they're the only ones, right?
Exactly.
It's just come up with them a couple of times.
They're the only ones that get hung on the cross for the shit that everybody does. Everybody does it, but we're the ones that get.
I've admitted Belichick is the best coach ever.
Thank you.
in the NFL, and Tom Brady's the best quarterback ever in the NFL.
Thank you. Oh, wow, Gabe. That's music to my ears. That's like porn for my ears.
But doesn't mean I don't think the Eagles can't cover the points.
But
even Joe Montana didn't cover every week, baby.
Listen, Patriots were really good for me last year in the Super Contest as far as covering, and lately they've been covering, and I think this one's going to be a blowout. I feel that. I feel like maybe 41-17, something like that. I think Patriots are going to kill it.
Wow, 41-17. I was just going to ask you final score. So Patriots finally blow someone out of the Super Bowl, and 41-17, that means the game sails over the number, over 48. You like the over?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going over, 100% going over this game. I think that I think they have something to prove, so they're going to keep, they're going to try to score as much as they can. But listen, Tom Brady, you've seen Tom versus time. You can't stop him. He's like a robot.
Yeah.
So hopefully he has a great game and we can pull it out.
He is. He's like a cyborg. He is a robot. Like we're gonna find out. Like he's I'm telling you, he's got like he's like an alien or something, or like he's secretly meeting with aliens, or he's siphoning the blood of like teenage virgins and stuff. He's like in some cave somewhere with like some voodoo shaman, and Brady goes in there with his Uggs. And Brady's all disgusted, but he knows. And they're like, they tell him, you eat this, you eat this. He's eating like brains and stuff, I think, He's eating brains and like he's drinking blood out of skulls. Then he comes back. I was on vacation with Giselle, guys. It's like, no, I'm telling you, there's something weird about this guy. I think he's part of something.
I think he just goes the extra mile. I think he just does what it takes to win. And the way he trains is
doesn't watch TV. He doesn't watch TV, Taylor. I see his press conference. Yeah, exactly. Because someone asked him, they said, what do you think of Game of Thrones? He's like, I don't watch Game of Thrones. He goes, I've heard of it, but I don't know it. And they're like, can you name one character? And he goes, no, I don't watch it. I don't know. And
right?
Then they raised it up a notch. The lady from Extra said after the Super Bowl, there's a big episode, grand finale of This Is Us. And she
my
goes,
favorite.
What do you expect? And he's like, I've never heard of This Is Us. And
why are they asking him stupid questions?
Yeah, well, he was having fun with it, though. He was laughing.
Yeah.
And then he said, guys, I don't watch TV. And he goes, sometimes I watch sports, but I don't watch TV. And
he watches film all day, every day.
Yeah, it's funny. They said, what about your kids? What do your kids watch? And he goes, Giselle doesn't let them watch TV either. And I'm thinking, you don't become a fucking massive, $300 million supermodel and a 5-time Super Bowl champion by eating Doritos, smoking weed, and watching The Simpsons 17 hours a day, right? Like,
exactly.
They're doers. They're not watchers. They're doers.
That's true. That's what they do. And he watches film. He's too busy watching film and preparing for his next game. So.
That's exactly.
I'm scared. I'm nervous still. It's nervous. I mean, this is never it's never a sure thing, so I'm so scared. But if I'm crying to you on Sunday night or Monday morning, if I'm doing the walk of shame.
Well, you're not used to this yet. You guys are in a Super Bowl every year. So you're getting butterflies. You're all fired up and nervous for the game now?
Always. I'm always fired up any given Sunday, right?
That's pretty good. That's impressive. I got to admit, I'm just saying this honestly. As someone as a Bills fan, we've never won one Super Bowl. If we won 5 Super Bowls in a span of 12 years, I think I'd be like, another Super. It'd be like another regular Sunday afternoon.
Hey, tomorrow night, you guys got to watch that Bill versus, what is it? It's Bill versus Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells. That's like porn for me. It's 30 for 30 on ESPN. I can't wait to watch it.
That's what turns.
I can't wait to watch it.
Great, the Bill versus Bill show. Bill Parcells, the 2 grumpiest coaches of all time.
The 2 winningest. No, it'll be good. It'll be good. I think it'll be fun. I'm so excited because the vibe is it's starting to come in, and there's all these Patriots fans high fiving us, and it's just it's so cool, man. I can't wait. You should be here.
I know. You know what? I wish I was partying with you guys, but we'll hang out. We'll go to a race, or you mean Sonny, we'll go out to a Raptor game or something like that with the money that you're going to owe me after the Eagles win.
Watch your mouth. Don't make me brush your teeth with this Patriots toothbrush game. Okay? Don't make me wash your mouth out. Don't eat your words.
Depends what
I'll give you 170 bucks. Eagles plus 170 on the money line. All right. If they win, I give you 170 bucks. Patriots win, I get bragging rights, and you give me 100 bucks.
Taylor Stevens, everybody can follow her on Twitter at Tay Stevens. Taylor, let people know where they can find your websites and how to contact you and all that other stuff.
Yes, I mean, I have 100, but obviously on Twitter at Tay Stevens, taystevens.com. Shop Taylor Stevens, meet Tay Stevens. I mean, you got it. You can find everything you need on my Twitter. I'm so excited, and I love all you guys, and thanks for welcoming me in and listening to me talk about a team that you hate a lot. So I appreciate the patience, and I appreciate the love.
love you, Taylor. It's always a pleasure. It's great to see you. Stay safe down there in Vegas. Say hi to Sonny for Sonny. Shout out to you. I know Sonny's a regular viewer of the program.
Yes, he loves your show, Gabe. At the Sonny Vega too. He's great.
Yeah,
loves your I love your shit.
Finished in 18th in the Super Contest last year. He's a good NFL bettor.
Yeah,
I know you guys will make some money.
Yeah, man. I didn't do good, but we'll see next year maybe.
Good stuff, Taylor. Always a pleasure. Enjoy your night tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Go Patriots! Woo!
See you later, Taylor.
Bye.
Taylor Stevens with us. Great stuff with Taylor Stevens. That added a little spice to the program. Yeah, I gotta tell you, right? You know, for a hot chick, she knows football too. She's not just a hot chick. I like Brad, make her a regular. Shell Dog in the house. Shell Dog 83 is a big Eagle fan. Grinch says that's the best ever. Now Babineaux is going to be coming up in a few minutes. Yeah, Babineaux, and it's poor Babineaux of all people. With all people, Babineaux's got to follow that. Like, poor guy. Like, he should have been first and then her. You know what I mean? Now Babineaux, everyone's just going to be looking at Babineaux. He's going to look all pale and flat-chested. Like, how you can't top that? How you going to top fucking, 38 double D fucking Patriot pink tank top? Like, now Babineaux. Like, he's going to look even, like, pastier than normal now. And even me, when I was going back and forth, I'm looking at her, I'm like, hey. And then it goes to my face. I'm like, ooh. It's like good and bad. It's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, I think poor Babineaux. We're going to have to tell Babineaux audio only tonight. Like Malinsky. Babineaux's audio only, like Malinsky. You can't top that. That's a good point. And that's a good point. Somebody asked if it's a Steve Smith jersey. Yes. Old school Steve Smith jersey. Great. Good to see you, Brooks. That's a great point. Can you imagine the awkwardness? Can you imagine the awkwardness of Babineaux on at the same time with Taylor? You know what he would have said? He would have said something incredibly, like, weird. Babineaux would have used the word, like, breast at some point in time. Oh, yeah, not that I'm looking at your breast or anything, but like Babineaux would find some way of insulting her, like, those are great breasts. They're not real, but they're really nice, though. Like, Babineaux would find a way of, like, saying something, and all of us would be like, "What do you stop, Babineaux? Come on." Exactly, Dempsey. But Banner would have let it slip. Yeah, I'm a big fan of your tits. I mean, the Patriots plus the points. I mean, Eagles. For no, I know it's all good, Gridge. Yeah, for the record too. If you're wondering, yes, Clam Chowder has met Taylor Stevens. Hey guys, don't be so cheap, fuck. If you want to see her rack, go to our website. All right, so we were on the Boston Celtics tonight. Thank God we were on a couple other losers. But speaking of which, I like the Bulls tonight. I didn't get it in because I was dealing with Taylor on trying to get her in the show here. Thank God they're down by like 20 right now. We got UNLV and San Jose State though starting in a minute. I like the over of this game, guys. This game should get there. San Jose State are terrible. UNLV are an over machine. UNLV should be able to score a ton of points. San Jose State have been an over machine recently. They give up like 90 points and shit all the time. I'm going over the number. You want a late night pick? I'm going over the number here. And if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, we bet Fresno and Nevada to go over the number, and it did only be like real later. It went to fucking overtime, but they're playing again. And it's like the same total. Remember when we played, it was 146, 146 and a half now. So you got some Mountain West action tonight. Fresno State, Nevada, San Jose State, UNLV. I like the UNLV game to go over. I think Fresno and Nevada go over as well. Both Mountain West overs. I like the UNLV one more, though. If you're going to play one of them, I would go to UNLV one. Light play here. Just try to build the account up. I always say this, but tonight I can't stay on till like 1 in the morning or anything like that. I got a flight tomorrow afternoon. I recorded, like, today was a fucking marathon for me, man. It was fucking nuts. I don't know how I did it, to be honest, but and I'm not done. Like, there was so much to be done. I've got to go into the studio in the morning, do like not like half a show. I've only got like 30 minutes left of one show left to do. But I'm so fucking busy that I'm going to be on the radio like in an Uber or a train on the way to the airport. I have to be in the airport at 1 o'clock, but I have a radio show from 12 to 1. So there's no time. I can't sit there and do the radio show and then leave. So I basically told Cam, whatever, fuck, I'll fucking be on the train, fuck, and I'll fucking just sit on the train and talk to you. Like, I can't even, like, want to, not even a minute to breathe. Like, I'm on a train, blah, blah, blah. But those 30 minutes I got to do, man. Like, I've got DraftKings stuff and this fantasy and that. And, like, man, a lot of motherfucking stuff. And unlike Babineaux, who will join us in a couple of minutes, I don't plan this shit, man. I'm very disorganized. We got our horse running tomorrow. My phone's blowing up. I got a million arguments going on. I got to fucking leave in the morning. I got a bunch of tapings. I got a bunch of like drama that's about to hit me in a few days. I don't even know when I'm coming back to. I got a lot of fucking crazy shit going on. And I haven't had time to deal with it because I've been in a fucking studio all day. Then I get back here and I realize I forgot my fucking charger. I had to run back to the studio. It's just chaos, man. So tonight we'll end the show at a reasonable time. I got laundry to do. I got to pack up. I got to be all packed up tonight because I got to wake up in the morning, do a fucking show, and immediately get into a fucking train and go to the fucking airport while I'm doing a radio show. Oh, yeah. And then even in Costa Rica, I got to Skype into Cam on Friday to do the radio show. I got an ESPN hit on Friday night from Costa Rica. Evidently, there'll be no show tomorrow night at all. No late night anger management class tomorrow or Friday. Yet SBR's got something planned for Friday night. I don't know what. I'll be part of it. Basically, it's like all of us are going to be there. Social media night. I don't know what they're doing. Listen, they're flying me down there. They want me to fucking go and shoot a video for them. It's the least I can do. So, yeah, so there's no screwing around. Like, SBR don't play around, man. Deb Stern. She's very stern. It's like more fucking hardcore, man. I got an itinerary. Fuck, like it's like holy shit. It's like 11:30. Be outside of here. Fucking 1:30. Mandatory video shoot with Loshak. Fucking 7:30 at night. Social media fucking platform with Matty Ice and fucking mandatory. Like, I'm like, damn, man. Fucking look at this. Somebody saw it actually today and it looked at me and they said, so you got to fly through El Salvador or come back. You're gonna be on Monday morning, and this is what you got to do when you're there. Cam was like, I thought you were just going there to chill out and like watch a game. He's like, I don't even know why you're doing this. He's like, why? He goes, look. He's like, I don't. He goes, you're insane, man. He goes, you need a break, bro. He's like, you got to do 4 things on Friday, like, and Saturday. I was like, yeah, and a fucking Patreon. Yeah, it's never ending. Well, better to be busy than to be dead, fucking. We'll all be dead soon enough, anyways. I don't know why this fucking basketball game's on TV right now. Of all games they put on tonight, Phoenix and fucking Dallas on national television. Brutally bad. A great job by Tay Stevens. Yeah, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'll have we'll have news. If someone looks like they're seriously injured in this basketball game, like guys look freaked out, injured type shit. Yeah. Like, I don't know what just happened, man, but the Phoenix Suns look traumatized. The arena's silent. Isaiah Cannon. They don't hire overseas for. So I don't know, Timor. You contact them, but I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I know they have like soccer shows, but they got guys spread out from all over the world, like on Google Hangouts. You know. Yeah, Rajul Butler, him and his wife passed away. It sucks. car accident. I'll tell you right now, I don't know. I think that Dallas might be a play now. Not to be cold about this, but you're getting a lot of points with Dallas. And the Phoenix Suns look freaked the fuck out. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a nasty, his leg snapped or something. It was like the Phoenix Sun players have their hoods on their hoodies, and like Devin Booker's fucking freaking out. They all have their heads down. Like they almost look like they're crying and shit. Like, look at the Suns. They're all like towels on their face and shit. Like the arena is silent. Like, I don't know what happened. I missed it. I just looked up and I'm like, oh, fuck. You could just see like everyone freak out and a bunch of people like around the guy. And you just see the Sun players like fucking. Oh, it happens. Gordon Hayward, there's usually a broken leg or two a year in basketball. I'm actually amazed there's not more injuries. Tyson Chandler's all freaked out now. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think Dallas gets back in this. I think Phoenix are a little rattled. They could get over it. It's a massive, they got a massive lead. I'm just stating, you're getting 22 or something. Like, we're only getting 10 and a half. Not enough. I thought we were getting a little more. So, yeah, so like I said, my late night picks, I'm on San Jose State, UNLV over the number, and Fresno and Nevada over the number. San Jose State are off to a 5-0 lead on UNLV. UNLV getting shut out so far, 2.5 minutes in. I should have told Taylor, you should be at the UNLV game. Fuck. $144.5 because UNLV's not scoring, is dropping a little bit. 142.5. Actually, it was 148. It wasn't 149. 142.5. UNLV just called a timeout 3 minutes in. They're losing 5-0. Oh, evidently their coach is pissed. Come on, get it together. You're playing a horrible fucking basketball team here. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back on the other side. It's that time. The one and only. As I stated in the promo video, Taylor Stevens, an AVN award winner. Babineaux, a Sports Rage Award weirdo winner. Coming up next. All right, Babineaux will step up and in a minute. Thanks to Tay Stevens for joining us on the program. Super Bowl 52, the countdown is on. I did a video that'll air tomorrow. It'll be on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube page. I'll share the props with you. I actually gave 18 fucking props, I believe it was, or 16 props. 16 props. This is real ice water. It's fucking, look, it's all ice. It's not melting as quickly as I thought. It brought him in off the balcony a couple hours ago. Solid ice, man. Solid motherfucking ice. All right, that was fun stuff with Taylor Stevens. Nice to have a lovely lady on the program. That's right, Eric Leduc. You're right. Big day at the track tomorrow. I haven't even had really an opportunity to take a look at it. Woodbine schedule. Fab 1. The new track for me. I had all the other tracks down, like their websites. I don't know Woodbine's track. All right. Woodbine. Horse racing. Race day. Yes. Thursday, February 1st. There we go. All right, race, their website. All right, I think we're in race 3. There we are. Yeah, there's my name. There we are. Gabe Morency, Milton, Ontario. I don't know if I've ever even been to Milton before, but let them say I'm from Milton. I don't mind. It's like my Twitter. My Twitter says I'm in Kitchener all the time. Like, people always ask me, "Are you in Kitchener?" I'm like, "Whatever. Fuck, I don't care." Like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm in Kitchener. Milton, Ontario. Conflict Diamond, 8-1. I don't know these horses. We've been out of the game for 6 months. I know the drivers. Holy shit, fuck. Yeah, we're in the big leagues now, man. Motherfucker. Well, I can say I fucking owned a horse and I raced against Sylvain Filion. Sylvain Filion is fucking, he's a Hall of Famer, man. He's from Quebec and shit. I know this guy. He's a legend. He's driving the 2-horse. So, for the record, I would suggest you throw a little on the 2-horse. So it has their ages and everything. They're 4 years old. Fuck, that's fucking bullshit. What are we racing against a fucking 4-year-old for? How can there be a 4-year-old allowed in this race? We're 8 years old. The favorite is the 5-horse. He's 12 years old. Actually, you know what? Veteran with thoroughbreds is different. Like the horses in the Kentucky Derby are 3 years old, but these horses that are in this circuit, when they're young, they're not as good. Like the best horses in our little scene usually are like in the 8 to 10 range. It's crazy. Like the older horses, like you said, look, the horse that's 12 years old is the favorite to win. They're smarter. We talked about it the other night. The horses are fucking smart, man. You think of it like an athlete, like a person. So it's like he's a veteran. You know what I mean? He knows. He's like, no, I'm not going to run yet. Like the horse knows shit. Like we talked about Red Bugler. May you rest in peace, buddy. Man, he was a fucking good, smart horse, man. Fucking fast as a motherfucker. 12 years old. He dropped dead overnight, but so we're back on the track tomorrow night. Even the website, man. Look at this website compared to like the websites we were all before were so ghetto. This I'm thrown off. I'm like, oh fuck, it's all like professional. It's like, ugh, I don't like it. You figure I'd be all happy. We're in the big leagues. I don't like it. The worst part is I'm not even gonna be there. Fuck. I got to look and see, does Air Avianca have Wi-Fi? Babineaux's coming on right now. Can somebody check for me? Can you check Air Avianca? Do they have Wi-Fi on their plane? I'll pay for it. It'll be worth it. I'll watch Conflict Diamond race in the sky, man. So yeah, Conflict Diamond tomorrow night. Everyone can bet on this. Like every fucking book in the world has Woodbine. Woodbine's a big-time track. We're in the third race. Woodbine. From what I understand, I think when's the first race? What time? We're about 7:50. Fuck, they even have our estimated time. 7:50. 7:50 Eastern tomorrow night. Conflict Diamond returns. We are the 7-horse. Conflict Diamond, 7-horse. 8-1 odds. I thought would be bigger shots. The 1 horse is 8-1. Empty the Till is 8-1. HP Black Shadow is 10-1 with Sylvain Filion. He's a hell of a driver, that guy. For the record, Empty the Hill is 8-1. He's a $10,000 claimer, which means if you want to buy him, he's $10,000. He's 4 years old. He's young, so it's still, they don't want to lose him. So that's why they made him a little bit more expensive. They're saying if you buy him, you got to give us $10K. You could buy our horse tomorrow for $8K. HP Black Shadow, 10-1 is the 2 horse. Windsun Falls, 15-1 is the 3 horse. Panic Team is 8-1, the 4 horse. Regal Tiger, nice name. Regal Tiger, 5-2. He's the favorite. 6-1, 6 horse. Lively Freddy, 10-1. Our horse, 7. Conflict Diamond. We just sound like a fucking winning horse, though, don't we? Like, you look at all these names, you look at us, it's like, yeah, Conflict Diamond. We're back, fuck. GS High Shooter, 6-1. Jefferson Tear is 5-1 in the 9-hole. And my brother George is 8-1 in the 10-hole with Travis Henry. He's a good driver, Travis Henry. We've got Paul Langell driving us. Paul Langel's been very successful this year. Young, aggressive driver, is similar to the Travis Cullen vein. So that's right. Tomorrow night, Woodbine. You can get more information at woodbineentertainment.com. But like I said, every sport book in the world takes action on Woodbine. Babineaux steps up and in. And we did you a favor, Babineaux. There's been a little bit of a buffer zone, at least between you and Taylor Stevens, because, you know, people really weren't really looking. Like I was actually going to say, if you want, we can just do audio tonight, Babineaux.
From the beautiful Taylor Stevens to my face. That's quite the downgrade. That's quite the step backward in life. That might be even a leap backward, to be honest with you.
Like, yeah, it's almost unfair. Like, we should have put you on first. It's not fair to you. I feel bad. It's a lot like, you know, it's like basically playing. It's like playing after Slayer. You're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, whenever there's a metal festival, nobody wants to go after Slayer. It's like, no. They're going to headline. Like, we're not going on after them. You know, people are going to throw shit and leave. And, like, it just goes downhill. You're put in a tough spot. But people, you know, we haven't had a drop-off of Beto. We had to be honest. We haven't had much of a drop-off with you here. People did take pot shots at your appearance immediately after. I suggested that we just put you on audio only, but it's even the background of Babineaux. She was in, like, the nice Vegas hotel room, and it looked like a nice suite with all, like, lights and all that stuff. And we joined you in the bunker at Dundas.
I know. The setting is not as good. The appearance is not as good. Nothing can match what we just saw an hour ago. And apparently, you got to give the chat, everybody, great reviews for Taylor's appearance. Why not? Fantastic. Great energy. That's the thing. I mean, she's coming at you with, you know, she's excited for the Patriots, and that's great. And, you know, you can tell the enthusiasm for the Super Bowl. Fantastic. Good segment. Hopefully I can be a quarter as good, although I doubt it.
Yeah, no, she did a great job. She brought it, actually. She was really good.
I remember I was dancing there with her a little bit at the Parkdale Drink when we were there for the 15th anniversary. Sonny Vega was with her that night. It was good times. A lot of fun that night.
Sonny Vega.
Yep.
Good guy. And yeah, we're going to be we're going to set up we're going to have another show. It's been a little while, Babineaux, since we've done a Toronto show. People have been pushing me for March and stuff, but March is just a little bit too soon.
Yeah, wait till the weather warms up a little bit. It's a spring thing, like a May thing or something like that.
Speaking of which, actually, just booked a Homicide concert tonight. I told people that we're going to the Maritimes, but we are. It's real. May 19th, but we'll have information about that in the future. I'm a busy man. A lot of shit going on. Where the fuck was I?
Montreal, Vancouver.
What was the last thing you said, Babineaux?
May. As a suggestion.
Road rage. May, Toronto. Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Been a long day.
Yeah, Toronto road rage. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. We haven't done a Toronto show.
11 o'clock this morning, so I'm moving on to 12 hours right now. But
I don't know how you're doing it.
But yeah, so we haven't had a show since the anniversary, the 15th anniversary. We didn't do a 16th anniversary. Listen, I'm not going to go crazy and do a million anniversary shows every time it's a fuck. I got an anniversary for something every fucking day, it seems, man. This show, that show, I got fired this day, got hired that. It's like it never ends. This chick left me. This chick fucking, you know what I mean? It's like every day is a fucking, somebody died. That's a big one. Every couple of days, it's like, holy shit, fuck. But it's been a little while since the Toronto show. So, yeah, we're going to wait till the playoffs start, Babineaux. You'll have playoff fever here in Toronto. The Maple Leafs and the Raptors, which is April. We're going to shoot for probably late April, early May type of thing. Weather will be nice. Playoffs will be going on. And this way it's good, too. So for people to come up from out of town, especially April, too, because the Blue Jays will be playing. So, everyone's a sports fan that goes to these things. So kind of sucks sometimes. If people come up and they just get wasted for 3 days in a city, at least, hey, we can go to a Raptor playoff game. You go to a Maple Leaf playoff game. You go to a regular season Blue Jay baseball, Major League Baseball game. There's a lot of options in Toronto in the spring.
It's great timing. I agree. I think that's a great time to do it because you think about it, the Blue Jays are going to be going. Because you imagine if they're playing at the Rogers Center at the time we're doing this road rage, the Leafs could be still in the playoffs at that time. The Raptors are going to be in the midst of their run through the Eastern Conference at that time. That is the time where that city could be blowing up. I mean, I know Toronto's got its detractors. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but Toronto's going to be an exciting place to be, in April and May.
Everybody loves Toronto, Babineaux. What are you talking about?
Well, some people have detractions about living there 24/7, visiting there and going there to have fun and having a good time and a night out. Everybody loves doing that. There's a lot to do and like about Toronto for sure. But living there, I've heard people whine and complain that, I don't like living here, and the traffic and the people sometimes get a little testy. You've mentioned some of those stories before.
Yeah, every big city is like that. I mean, it's all. Yeah, I lived in LA. I fucking hated LA sometimes, right? Like, seriously, in LA, you get stuck in traffic for 2 hours and you're not even mad. It's like, whatever. It's like, nothing you can do about it. Yeah, big cities, it is. But I've sort of noticed, I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, but there seems to be less hate for Toronto recently over the last couple of years, just nationally. To be honest, Vancouver sort of became a city that people sort of picked on and didn't like. Remember when the Kings, I like Vancouver, but remember when the Kings beat the Canucks in the playoffs, they fucking tweeted out, "You're welcome, Canada." And I swear, anytime a Canadian team makes a Stanley Cup final, people across Canada cheer for them. They just do. It's a Canadian thing. We it's like, well, we want the Canadian team to win the cup, and that's just the way it is. Except I remember with Vancouver, it wasn't automatic. It was kind of torn, People were like, I don't want to see Vancouver win. They're fucking arrogant. It was sort of like the Eagles right now. The Eagles have never won a Super Bowl before, and people, instead of looking at it like, hey, it'd be great, they never won before, people are more like, I don't really want to see them win.
Yeah, you're never going to see me argue that Toronto's not a great entertainment city. It is. It absolutely is. World class in that regard, no question. Vancouver, my bitch about Vancouver is the January weather. I mean, that rain never stopped when we were out there, but it's beautiful. I got a lot to say about Vancouver positively. I was impressed with how nice that city was when we were there. The weather could have been better, but can't always get what you want, and that was the case there. But it's a beautiful city. I can't wait to go there in the summer. That's the time everybody was talking about. Come back in July. Come back in August. That's the time you want to be out here on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, in the summertime. Yeah, it's rare that I've been there in the summertime. But yeah, it's beautiful in the summertime. I've only been there once in the summer during that ride, the Stanley Cup stuff. If I was there. And it was nice. The weather was nice, but I don't have good memories of it. Fuck, I broke my foot. Fucking yeah. I was walking around on a
infamous foot injury and having to go to the hospital to get it treated. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the hospital and they didn't treat me at all, Babineaux.
Yeah. They gave you the runaround like they always do at those places.
Yeah, our X-ray guy isn't here. You got to come back. No, we don't think it's broken. It's like, are you sure? And they're like, well, don't walk on it. I was fucked. What was I going to do? I had a road rage to do. And then somehow I got strep throat, which I've never got before in my life. But strep throat isn't what people think it is. It's not like your throat. It's like a fucking virus type shit. Fuck yeah, I was really pissed. I broke my foot. I had strep throat. I thought I was dying. And I remember, I'll never forget, I went to the hospital after like 2 weeks, And I went to the hospital and I go in and I had like a fever of like 104. Like they freaked out when I went to the hospital. Like I did like, the triage, you go in, the nurse sees you. She's like, oh my God. She's like, all right, we're going to get you a doctor right away. And I'm sweating and I don't know what the fuck's going on. So Buddy goes to me. He's like, yeah, you got strep throat, buddy. And it's pretty bad, actually. And so he goes, you better pop these pills like right now. He goes, you've had this for a couple of days. And it's like, man, you got 140. He was freaking out. And then I'm all sweating and shit, man. And I tell the guy, I'm like, yeah, and I think my foot's broken, doctor. And he's like, what do you mean you think your foot's broken? He's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. I said, I was actually planning on coming for my foot, but then, I was sick. And they made me check in and out. Instead of like looking at my foot, Babineaux, like they treated me for the strep throat, and then they made me go back in because they charged, right? So I had to go back to the front desk, re-enter again. And they saw me right away, though. So I got back in again. And that's when Buddy tells me, he's like, he goes, I don't know what your deal is, buddy. But he goes, you've been walking around on a broken foot for about 2 weeks. He goes, I don't know how. He goes, why aren't you in like excruciating pain? And I had told him, I said, yeah, but I thought it would go away. And I said, it's kind of okay. And he goes, you're this fucking close, man, to needing surgery. He goes, you're fucking lucky. He goes, your tendons are hanging on by a thread. He goes, you're this close to needing screws in your foot. And I thought I'd only get that like plastic boot on my foot, right? It's modern. It's 2015 at the time or whatever. I'm like, fuck, or 2013, whatever it was. I'm like, wow, this can't be that bad, fucking. And I didn't even get the boot. It was so bad, my foot. I shattered my foot, and then I fucked it up by walking on a broken foot for like fucking 9 days or whatever the fuck it was. I needed the plaster cast, Babineaux. It was brutal. I had him once when I was a kid, fuck on my arm, but I had like the big daddy all the way up to my knee, and it was the summertime, man. So it was right at like the, I never had that. Like I had the itching, and they told me don't scratch it. But so I'm taking clothes fucking things and like clothes hangers and I'm fucking, poking shit. It was a nightmare. And Babineaux, that's how it was born, me doing shows at home. It changed everything, though. It changed everything. Like I built a TV studio in my fucking living room in a condo. I was doing a TV show out of there because I was commuting on the broken leg for like a week. And my life was like a low point of my life. I was broke. I'm on a broken leg. I'm taking a fucking streetcar and shit. It was fucking a nightmare. And then one night I just said, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck. I'm not going into the studio. And I did it. Remember, I sat on the lazy boy and I just fucking put the computer up. No frills. I was like, I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck the set. I don't care. I'm doing the show from my fucking couch because I got a broken fucking leg here. All right. And no turning back after that, man. So that's the one positive of that, Babineaux, me breaking my leg. It started me doing the shows at home.
I'd have to start asking that doctor questions if I was in your shoes right there. I've got a broken leg here, and you're fucking worried about a strep throat. You're supposed to be a doctor. You're supposed to be professionally trained in your craft and an expert in your field. What do you think's more important? Strep throat, broken fucking leg. Figure it out, dipshit. What's more important?
I went to this hospital in downtown Vancouver. It's all junkies and shit, man. So it was all like heroin addicts and fucking people dying and shit. So they didn't really care about me. You know what I mean? Yeah. They were like, whatever. Oh no. They said, oh, you probably just fractured it. You know, they gave me crutches. Fuck. You know, they said, stay off of it. You got to come back because I knew it was fucked. Like I have a high pain threshold just because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't like going to doctors. So I've often done things to myself and sort of sucked it up. I mean, I just lived with something for 8 months, man. The doctor told me, like, he goes, you're an idiot, fuck. Like, he goes, I could have solved this for you like 8 months ago. I was like, wow, I thought it was going to go away, you know, and it didn't. It got worse. Like, fucking, I'm an idiot. So it takes a lot for me, Babineaux. So, like, I went to the hospital. And I told them, I said, listen, man, it's fucked. Because I was wasted when I did it. And I went to a party with Frankenbowl after. The Canucks won. It was like a big deal and shit. Game 5 or whatever it was. And, you know, we did the show. We went out. It was a great time. And I don't know. I got fucking stupid. I was an idiot. I kicked the garbage can. I went to some party. And I remember being at the party. And I was standing there. And it was a great party. It sucked, too. It was all these hot chicks. It was a great party in this upscale condo in downtown Vancouver. Great time. And I remember just sort of stepping up off a couch and my ankle sort of snapped. You know what I mean? And I knew. And I was like, oh, fuck. I think I'm in trouble. And I remember telling Frankenbowl, I'm in a lot of trouble, bro. But I was really wasted. I said, I think I'm fucked, man. And he said, all right. You know, do you want to go to the hospital now? And I said, no, the Canucks just played. It's going to be a fucking circus there. I said, I'm just going to go pass out on that couch in this room. Tell your buddy I'm passing out on that couch in his room there. And in the morning, I'll go to the hospital, fuck. And I forgot, man. I woke up in the morning with Banner. I was all happy. I'm like, hey, great time in Vancouver. Like, I step up. I'm like, oh, it was a nightmare, man. And then I went to the UFC with a cane, Babineaux. I had a cane, all right, because I didn't like the crutches. So then I had a cane. I got so mad at the UFC about a fight that I lost, I smashed the cane, fuck. I had an anger issue in those days, all right? So I smashed my fucking crutches.
You weren't thinking the cane was your friend at that time. You were just pissed off. Yeah.
I liked the cane at first. I was poking people with it and shit, Babineaux. I was like, you know, I loved it. I was swinging it around. I was hitting people with it. I was like, out of my way. I was poking people. I had the cane.
It was like Costanza when he had the cane.
Exactly. I loved it. I was like, this is great. People were like, I didn't wait in line to get drinks and shit because I had a cane. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm limping around with the cane. I was like, I can get used to this, but people are being nice to me, foot. So like, I had the cane. But then I remember, I don't know what fight it was, man. And I just snapped. I was like, fuck. I fucking smashed the cane on the fucking chair in front of me, and it fucking split into like a million pieces and shit. And then the rest of the night, it was really bad, bro. I was walking around, man. Like, yeah, it was a bad night.
Walking around, writhing, driving, shooting pain comes back. No assistance whatsoever. Walking around Vancouver. That's got to be fun.
I'm not proud of it, Shell Dog, but you know me. You know what I mean? Exactly. I got a cane. I'm all pissed off. UFC. It was out of the blue too, Shell Dog. Like, because I remember like we were winning bets, and I had the cane, and I was swinging the cane like I was a winner. I'm like, yeah, and I got the cane, so I'm like, yeah, like I was swinging the cane around all the time. I wasn't used to having a stick in my hand. I liked it. I'm all wasted. Fucking, I got this cane, and like I said, fuck, I just snapped. Fuck, the fight lost. My guy got knocked out, so it was sudden. It was like bam. I was like, fuck. I fucking smashed the cane. And fucking the wood went everywhere and shit. I was like, oh, fuck. You know, it's funny, too. I got to fucking, they still harass me. They claim I owe the money for the crutches because I never returned the crutches they gave me. I fucking told the chick on the phone. I said, you fucking bitch. I said, I went in there with a broken fucking foot. You guys fucking did nothing. And now you're harassing
a set of crutches?
Fucking crutches? I was like, fuck your crutches. I hung up on her.
They're your crutch. How about that? The hospital. Yeah. And everybody in it.
Yeah. Well, I'm really chilled out now. Like, I swear to God, me breaking my foot was look, you were with me in Vancouver. I got into it in the strip club, but I didn't really throw a tantrum or anything. I just got kicked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see that part. All of a sudden, I just come out and everybody's leaving. He says, Ian, we're going. And next thing I know, hey, something happened here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I got asked to leave, but I didn't throw a big stink. Actually, I did.
No, that's what I heard.
On the way out, and we did give the guy the finger, but I used to be much worse. We'll put it that way.
Yeah,
I didn't. There was no big scenes. You know, little scene at the strip club or whatever. It's a fuking dump, that place anyway. I've never liked that place in Vancouver.
The You've Been Cut by the BC Lions line was hysterical though outside the place. I had to laugh at that one.
Yeah. But I had no problems in the casino.
You were fine there. Yeah, everybody was.
Yeah, I like that casino. I can tell you, I like Vancouver a lot, man. I think I might have found my retirement home, to be honest with you.
Yeah, real ritzy, Park Casino, absolutely.
I wouldn't mind living in that condo where we rented there. Good location, right across the street from the arena, the stadium, right downtown.
I know. Now all of a sudden, when you look back on it, the technology screwing up's not so bad. You look at the view, you look at the space we had. It was beautiful interior decoration there in that place that we were staying at. Fantastic. Just how the look of it was great.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 bedrooms. That place would probably be about fucking 3,000, 3,500. But you get a 1 bedroom in that neighborhood, right by the pint there. Nice. I don't know the name of the place. It's on a hill. Fucking sucks. I forget that. I don't know if I heard the name of the place. Maybe I would know it, but it's a terrible place. I didn't like it. It's like the only strip club I know in Vancouver. All right, Babineaux. So we spoke earlier in the day. It'll air Friday on the Fantasy Sports Network. But I like the prop that you brought up today. Will there be a flea flicker in the Super Bowl?
There will be. Yes, plus 290. At that price, how can you not? New England, Tom Brady threw a flea flicker against Jacksonville in the AFC Championship game. Nick Foles threw a flea flicker to Torrey Smith in the NFC Championship game. Worked to perfection for their big touchdown early in the third quarter. Put that game out of reach. They both attempted one, and all you need is one of those 2 quarterbacks to attempt one, and you can cash a big plus 290 ticket on will there be a flea flicker attempted. I love the yes at plus 290. I know everyone's going to say sucker bet with so many of these big, attractive plus price props. Not that one. I think that's got a real shot at a real live price.
You know what?
I feel like I'm doing a commercial there.
Yeah, I know. Well said, though. Well done, Babineaux. I can't. I like where you came up with it. I praise you. I even dropped I gave you praise on another show after I did. I said, yeah, Babineaux came up with a great prop with that one. Like you said, a lot of them are sucker props, and that's why the books make money, because they're making 10, 20 cents on all this shit. And, not all the props are going to hit. So like I told people, like I gave 16 props. The video will air tomorrow. I'll run through them tonight. But I kind of kept them to the standard stuff. Danny Amendola over receptions. I did a little prop building at UH or, with Amendola and Tom Brady completions and stuff like that. But I don't think it's a stupid prop bet you're doing here, Babineaux. With the odds, I think it's well worth it, because I remember off the top of my head both the teams doing the flea flickers. And in fact, the Nick Foles touchdown, if you remember, it was the beautiful pass that he threw in double coverage in the corner of right at the 1 yard line, where I remember I think it was Troy Aikman said, "I can't believe the ball this guy just threw." Like it was like on a dime type shit. Boom. And that was a flea flicker. And I remember Brady did one against the Jags as well. You're right.
At a great price, because you need just one attempt. And it doesn't even have to be complete, incomplete, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the result of the play is. All it needs is one attempt of a flea flicker play from either quarterback, Foles or Brady, and I think we can get it. Plus 290. Bet Online's where I found that. Good prop. Real good one.
Yeah. It was a dime. You remember that, Shell Dog? Like, because, the pass near the end of the first half, that he hit to Jeffrey, it was a nice pass, but Jeffrey was wide open. You know what I mean? Jeffrey fucking beat his man. Jeffrey
big time.
Everybody and then took off. He was open, but Foles got it there. But when he threw that fucking pass in a space, like, guys, he threw it to the pylon, like over the head of one Viking on the right side, like where the Viking was, like, couldn't get his hand there, like where the Eagle was, to Torrey Smith, I think it was. Yeah, like I said, like Tom Brady couldn't have thrown that ball. Like it was literally a perfect motherfucking pass from like 55 yards. It was spectacular. And here's something that I tweeted out earlier, Babineaux. Let me just get to my Twitter account here. So many fucking facts and numbers and fucking.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I got to put out my Super Bowl prop report at sportsmemo.com tomorrow. I've got tens of millions of props running through my head tonight. And tomorrow when I put that thing out, I got to narrow this down to 10 props somehow. That's not easy. That is not an easy thing to do.
Got it down to 10. Yeah, I did 16 today. And I left a few on the table. I told you guys the Mavericks were going to get back in this after that fucking injury.
Oh, by the way, Nevada, if anyone's got Fresno and Nevada, good game. 35-30 Nevada, 4 minutes to go first half. Really good basketball game.
My total, I'm on the over.
Yep. 65 points so far, 4 minutes to go in the half. You're in good shape right now.
Yeah. All right. So here it is. Let me go to my likes because I saved it because I liked it. All right. Here it is. Perception and reality, gentlemen. I've been using this phrase. I should copyright it. It's mine. I've been using it all year about sports. And when people say this team sucks, that guy sucks, this guy, Kyle Lowry's a good example. Kyle Lowry this, Kyle Lowry that. Kyle Lowry is consistently one of the top 3 point guards in the NBA. All right. Like the numbers don't lie. His production doesn't lie. People, though, they don't like numbers. It's like facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Perception and reality are always 2 different things. But perception carries a heavier weight in today's society than reality does. So let's look into this. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, starting record, Babineaux, with the Philadelphia Eagles. 18-11. Nick Foles, starting record with the Philadelphia Eagles. 19-11. Carson Wentz in his career, including playoffs. So this is, both their careers with the Eagles specifically, not Nick Foles' numbers elsewhere, with the Eagles. Completion percentage. Carson Wentz, 62%. Nick Foles, 62%. Nick Foles has thrown 52 touchdowns as a Philadelphia Eagle. He has thrown 18 interceptions. Carson Wentz has thrown 49 touchdowns, thrown 21 interceptions. Nick Foles' QBR rating is 61. Carson Wentz's QBR rating, 60. They're the exact fucking same. Is Carson Wentz better than Nick Foles? Yes. I'm not stating he isn't. But through 29 games, and by chance, Nick Foles has started 30 games for the Eagles. Carson Wentz has started 29 games for the Eagles. They both have completed 62% of their passes. One of them's thrown 52 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Wentz has thrown 49-21. Foles has a QBR rating of 61. Carson Wentz has a QBR rating of 60. Perception and reality. And then we throw in the fact, all right, Nick Foles is one of only 2 quarterbacks besides Joe Montana to complete 75% or more of his passes in 2 playoff games leading into the Super Bowl. All right, let's throw, that's lucky. Oh, yeah. Nick Foles also happens to have the second highest in the history of the National Football League all time out of any quarterback from Johnny Unitas, Joe Namath, all the way up through to today's quarterbacks. He has the second highest touchdown interception ratio for a single season in the history of the NFL after only Tom Brady. Carson Wentz has accomplishments, as a young quarterback, and he's only going to get better, but Nick Foles can handle himself. Nick Foles will be fine in this football game. And I'm taking it a step further. You got to think outside the box a little bit. And I haven't really heard too many people go on the record and say this, is that the winning quarterback, you know this, Babineaux, listen, 28 of 51 Super Bowls, MVP is the quarterback. 8 of the last 8 Super Bowls, the MVP is the quarterback. I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win. I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles can win a football game unless Nick Foles plays well. Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP is my pick, plus 600, Nick Foles to win the MVP.
I think it's worth a shot at that price because he's going to have to do something in this football game. You can say all you want how the Philadelphia defense is going to make life hard on Tom Brady and the Patriots offense, but you're kidding yourself if you think they're going to completely shut down Brady and that Patriots offense. That's not going to happen. They are going to move the ball. They are going to put some points on the board. So Nick Foles is going to have to move the ball. He's going to have to finish drives with touchdowns in this game at some point. And it could come down to a point in this game where Nick Foles is going to have to make that key play at a critical time to ensure the Eagles win this Super Bowl. So I think your point's a good one there. I can't see a defensive player for the Philadelphia Eagles unless he picks off 2 or 3 passes from Brady.
It's a 17-14 game, like that game against the Giants,
Yeah.
Look, the Eagles, let's be real. As much as I'm going to pump the Eagles' tires, the Eagles played a cupcake schedule this year. They only played 3 playoff teams this year. They gave up an average of 28 points per game in those games.
Yeah.
Let's not fool ourselves and convince and be blind here to facts as well, in the sense that the Atlanta Falcons are a flaky team on the road, a dome team. They played two dome teams in Philadelphia with a bunch of nut job rabid fans. You know what I mean, Babineaux?
Yep.
This is a different breed with Tom Brady, neutral field in a dome. Tom Brady and the Patriots, last 6 playoff games, averaging 32 points a game. Tom Brady's 18-4 all time in domes or retractable roof stadiums. Indoors, it's going to be difficult to slow them down fully. I think they can. The Patriot total is 27. I'm going to say it sort of lingers around there. Like, I gave a score earlier in the day. I can't really take it back now. 30-27, Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. 30-27. Nick Foles throws like 2 touchdown passes. They contain Brady enough. Nobody does anything spectacular enough on defense with 2-3 picks. And the thing with Nick Foles, Babineaux, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. I saw his story there. Like, he started crying today when he was talking about his baby and his wife was sick and he had fucking heart problems. Like, Nick Foles has been through a lot. He's a nice story, man. If the Eagles win and Nick Foles fucking, just does enough, he's going to win the MVP. Cornerbacks win the MVP. And I think the Eagles can win the fucking game. I don't know why we didn't talk about it at all. We're leaving it on the table. If you like the Eagles to win this game, you're leaving it on the fucking table. The quarterback of any team, he should be plus 250. If Brady's minus 150, it's 8 of the last 11. Nick Foles' MVP odds should be a little bit more than what the money line is, guys. Instead of plus 175, Nick Foles should be like plus 250, plus 300 to be the MVP. Instead, we're getting plus 550, plus 600. I think it's a good bet. I think it's worth it at plus 600. I'm not saying it's a lock, but if the Eagles win, I think Nick Foles will be the MVP, and you're going to cash a nice fucking play at plus 550, plus 600.
No, exactly. And you look at the one time recently, we can remember that a non-quarterback won Super Bowl MVP was Von Miller. Well, why? Because his Super Bowl winning quarterback in that game did absolutely nothing on offense.
In that game. The only time defensive guys wins if nothing happens, Babineaux. The Denver Broncos won that game with the lowest yard output of any Super Bowl winner in the history of the game. They had like 206 yards or something.
That was literally all the defense of the Denver Broncos carrying them to that Super Bowl win. Peyton Manning did nothing in that football game. That's why Von Miller has to get it. I mean, he had this. It was a sack monster in that game. So you have to make that exception in a rare circumstance. Are we going to get that rare circumstance here on Sunday? I have a hard time believing that because I think you've got 2 quarterbacks that are going to make plays. And as long as they make plays, I think one of the 2, whoever wins the game, is more likely going to be MVP.
Ian Cameron with us. All right, so you like that one. What else have you been putting together, Babineaux? You've been doing some good work. I know you work hard all day here and overnights and stuff. So what else are you coming up here with the props?
Yeah, we'll go quickly. We're tight on time, but I know we're quickly through Jay Ajayi. I really think a lot of his props I'm very, very much interested in over his rushing yards.
A guy that no one's talked about either having an impact on this football game, which I think he will.
I think he will too, and I like the one that I like the most is the over rushing attempts because with these running backs, I just want them to get the touches, get the carries, whatever they do after that. Okay, if they run, if they get stopped, whatever, I don't have to worry about it too much. I've got more money personally on the over 14.5 rushing attempts for Jay Ajayi on Sunday than I do over rushing yards, and I also took him, I think, plus 190. In that range to score a touchdown. Plus 170 will Jay Ajayi score a touchdown in the football game. Yes, it's plus 170. I think that's worth a look too. Look, I know Nick Foles was allowed to throw the ball left and right, up and down the field against Minnesota, but I think the game plan for Doug Peterson going into that game is, hey, this is a good Minnesota front, good against the run. Let's see if we can take the training wheels off Nick Foles, let him air it out down the field, and they did that. They allowed him to do that. He had success with it. I think in this game, they're going to try to revert back to a little bit of a different game plan offensively, Philadelphia. We're going to incorporate the run. We're going to try to keep Brady off the field for as long as possible. So I think Jay Ajayi is going to be a focal point in this game. I like a lot of his props here.
Yeah, he will. Clement could be interesting. Only 6.5 yards. Clement could have.
That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I could see.
You don't need much at 6.5. Yeah, by Eli Davis right there. Regular season MVPs, quarterbacks in the Super Bowl are 0-7 against the spread and straight up last 7 years, including Matt Ryan and Cam Newton the last 2 years, obviously. Tom Brady's going to be the MVP. It's going to be named Saturday. Yeah, I'd go tails, heads, tails. The Eagles will be calling, right? So I don't know what their tendency is, to be honest with you. Quarterback props are 2.5. I did the prop builder, Babineaux. I think Tom Brady's going to throw the ball a lot. You can't run on the Eagles. So his prop is 25.5, Babineaux. I bumped it up. So, guys, Tom Brady at UWage, your prop builder. Tom Brady 32 or more completions, plus 250. Good odds right there. Plus 250 for 32 or more. And I'm all over Amendola. I like Amendola over the 4.5, but I bet Amendola 8 or more receptions at U-Wager, 8 or more receptions, plus 300. So I'm rolling the dice a little bit, but I've got a real nice chance here. 8's not overly ambitious. He had 11 catches against Tennessee. He had 7 catches against Jacksonville. You know, if we can meet in the middle here, I think Amendola is going to catch 1,000,000 balls. Dion Lewis is going to catch 1,000,000 balls. Like I said, Philadelphia are hard to run on. The Patriots, you have Tom Brady, you're going to use him. You know, especially in Super Bowls. If you look at Tom Brady, he fucking throws the ball like 52 times, man. Yeah, even when they're not trailing 28-3, he throws the ball a lot in Super Bowls. He even throws more. They don't fuck around. They have Tom Brady, they use him. That's, you know what I mean? That's their attitude.
I've already taken Tom Brady over 26.5 completions at -117, over 38.5 pass attempts at -130. And you got to think of it this way. And I watch
attempts. That's a good one. Yeah, he's gonna fucking he'll probably try. He'll probably have like 47, 48 attempts. They don't want 55 attempts, but it'll get up there. The Patriots just do. They throw the ball all the fucking time. Exactly
right. And that was my point I'm going to get to right now is that New England, when you look at them, and I watched that game very closely, the Jacksonville game, they just don't hand the ball off very often. It's the short control passing game to the running backs that they use as a substitute for handing the ball off. So what's that mean? Well, it means it pumps up the pass attempts for Brady, and it increases the pass completions for Brady. These short little dump-off passes to your Dion Lewis's, your James Whites, your Rex Burkheads, those are going to be the guys that Brady's going to be looking for. He's also dealing with Fletcher Cox and all these tough defensive pass rushers on the other side for Philadelphia. So he's no dummy. He knows he's going to have to get the ball out of his hands quickly to his outlet, to his safety valve, the running backs. That's going to crank up the pass attempts for Brady in this game and the pass completion. So I have to think Brady over both of those is a good way to look.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you can get to the yards, but U-Wager doesn't do the yards for the prop builder. But yeah, the receptions up to 8, I think it's very, very manageable. Tom Brady over to 32.5, I think it's very manageable. I like the Dion Lewis over 26.5 receiving yards. He's got over that in 5 of his last Patriots 6 football games. I mean, last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, in the last game against the Jags, he had 3 catches, Babineaux, on the first damn drive. Tom Brady throws to Dion Lewis a lot, and he'll throw to him a lot in this game because he's going to be under pressure a lot, and he's going to dump it off a lot. So I like the Dion Lewis over to 4.5. As far as Philadelphia Eagle angle props, and as far as touchdown scores, I gave this one too. James White, man. All James White does is score touchdowns in the playoffs. Let me see. James White.
He had the penultimate touchdown last year against the Atlanta Falcons in overtime. We remember that one. Wins the Super Bowl. It's just one of those guys. He shows up in the big games. They go to him more. He makes more plays, whatever it is. You see James White a lot more in the postseason for New England than you do during the regular season.
Well, even in the regular season, he gets going. I want to see. I just want to be factual here. I think he's got 6 touchdowns in the last 5 playoff games or 4 playoff games. Like, he scored touchdowns in both the playoff games. You're right, though. The touchdowns come in the playoffs more. The Patriots kind of fucking around late in the season. But he's one of these guys that Dion Lewis does all the work. They get down the field, and then, boom, James White just poaches that touchdown. He has a nose for the end zone, this guy. Plus 187. I figure that the Patriots are going to score 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns in this game. I figure that James White is good for one of the Babineaux. Gary and Thorne had a good angle. He's convinced that Danny Amendola is going to have a massive game and score a touchdown. Gary likes Danny Amendola to score the last touchdown of the game at 10-1. But LeGarrette Blount isn't going to get a ton of touches, but LeGarrette Blount will get the football on the 2 or 3 yard line, or the 5 yard line, or the 8 yard line. They'll give him a couple of cracks to get it in there. LeGarrette Blount to score a touchdown plus 225. I like the James White prop better at plus 187. I will be betting James White to score a touchdown at plus 187.
I agree. There's a little more value on the James White prop, and we've seen it in action. We've seen it actually happen on the football field where he's a big-time target and is capable of scoring a touchdown. We saw it last year in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. So no problem with that price. Halftime score, by the way, Fresno 45, Nevada 43. So we got a really good ball game there, 88 points in the first half.
Yeah, they're going off here. I'm looking at so I just punched James White. Getting a lot of love from Wisconsin because he's a Badger. So I'm seeing like Milwaukee newspapers are talking about him and like they're so that's the thing with the Super Bowl. When cities aren't in it, they find angles, right? But Babineaux, it's like, you know, Green Bay Packers aren't in it. They're not cheering for anyone. But hey, let's pull for James White. You know what I'm saying? He's a Wisconsin Badger. So that's funny. The Wisconsin newspapers are really like they're all over him. All right, so James White, I was looking for his playoff numbers. James White caught 14 fucking passes. Scored a Super Bowl record 20 points, 3 touchdowns. All right, so yeah, so it's 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl and then 2 more touchdowns in this year's playoffs. So he's got 5 touchdowns in the last 3 playoff games. So why would I say no? He's at plus 187. Like, why would I say no to that, you know?
Nope, good value. Can't disagree. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, we don't want to force things, but I don't really feel I'm forcing that too much. All right, Babineaux. So before we let you go,
if you place a reasonable amount on it, it's not forcing. If you lay down 3, 4, 5 dimes on it, maybe then that's forcing. It all depends on your money management.
Well, one thing, and I'm a pretty good prop better, but one thing I'll tell you about props, I'll put like a single unit on a prop. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I was talking Lou today. We had Lou on. It was good. He had some good props, but he said he only bets a quarter unit on props. He says, you know, I just sort of dabble with the props a bit. And I told him, you know, I'll play the props. But one thing that I've learned my lesson on, and I learned the hard way a couple of times this year even, is, there's no way this guy doesn't get 4.5 catches, or there's no way this guy doesn't get to fucking 6. Guys get hurt, man. It happened to me a couple of times this year, Babineaux. Once I put $500. I forget who it was. Fuck, man. Usually I remember these things. Fuck.
Oh, here's the Eagle guy, by the way. I want to mention this before we move on from props. Is Ertz killed Minnesota. I think Bill Belichick's going to say, he's not going to do that to us. I think there's the one guy that's going to have a big day receiving for Philly. If I had to pick someone, is Aguilar. I think that's the guy probably you have to look at.
3.5, yeah. The thing is, though, there's injuries. It's like anyone who plays fantasy. You know what? I think it was fucking Gronk. It was Gronk. I fucking bet Gronk once earlier in the fucking year in a game. And it was a great matchup for him, and he got hit. He left the game. There's another one, too. So I'm just telling you guys, I like a lot of these props a lot. But I'm not going to say, I'm going to put $400 on Amendola and only $100 on Dion Lewis. You know,
no.
Even amounts on all. Whether you're putting $500 a prop or whether you're betting $50 a prop or $25 a prop or $10 a prop, bet the same amount on each prop, guys. Don't think, there's no way this one doesn't hit and this one does or this one's better than the other one. Just bet the same. And, you know, if you really like 1 or 2 of them, okay, 2 units as opposed to 1. But I'm just stating, I've learned the hard way a couple of times where, this is a can't-miss prop. It can miss. You know, like shit happens, Babineaux.
Yeah, don't go 2 unit, 5 units, and 1 unit spread out on props. I kind of agree with that. Stick to the same unit, the same amount for each props. Because what if your plus price prop cashes in and you're saying, maybe it's a plus price, it's too big of a price, I'm going to scale back on this one. That can boost your bankroll. You can maximize your return right there. So if you go smaller on that, you're going to be kicking yourself. Yep.
Yeah, if I'm giving 16 props and I go 10 and 6. Yet I could lose money if I fucking put, like, you know, let's say I put 300 instead of 100. I put 100 every prop, but I put 300 on Amendola at 4.5. But I lose the Amendola 4.5, but I hit other ones, but I don't really make the money. So I'm sort of counting on, all right, I'm giving 16 props here. And like you said, some of these are plus money, you know? So, hey, if I can win 10 of them and a couple of them at plus money, it's a nice little profit. But I don't want to be contingent on, oh, my God, in the first quarter, Amendola fucking just twisted his ankle, man. He's out of the game. Fuck. That shit happens, guys. It's football. Guys get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for instance, the flea flicker prop that I love so much, yes, plus 290. That's going to be the same damn amount I put on that as every other prop. There's going to be no difference, none, zero, in terms of amount from that to others.
You'll always have a chance in that prop until the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like, if it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always a puncher's chance with that, you know?
There is.
You know, they could do a flea flicker in the fourth quarter. You don't know. Like, you've always sort of got a chance with that one. It's not contingent on one guy getting hurt. That's what I'm trying to get at, actually. Like, hey, if fucking Tom Brady, you know, if Foles gets hurt, maybe Sutton or maybe who comes in, who's the fucking backup? It's no one's talking about
Brady. Mallet?
No one's talking about the backup right now.
Mallet. No, Hoyer. Sorry, Hoyer. Yeah, Brian Hoyer's the backup to Brady.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer. Who's the fucking Eagle backup?
Sudfeld. Nate Sudfeld. Indiana Hoosier.
Yeah, I said Sudfeld too. I know. I just said it. It's late in the night here. I was thinking there's another guy though. I'm like, who's the other guy? I'm like, Sudfeld. Yeah, Sudfeld. You're right. Nate Sudfeld, a kid from Indiana. Nate Sudfeld. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Fuck. Yeah, we're in a lot of fucking trouble if Nate Sudfeld comes in. Jeez. I don't even want to think about that. Even the Shell Dog's like, oh, yeah, Nate Sudfeld.
Yeah, Nate Sudfeld. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem for Philly. If something, God forbid, happens to Foles, yeah. Sudfeld is pit. I
got faith in Nick Foles, man. We went through Nick Foles' numbers. Nick Foles has started 52 games in the NFL. He's 31-21. Nick Foles is 11-11 on the road. I don't think Nate Sudfeld's ever won a game in the NFL before. I don't think he's ever started a fucking game before.
Well, you got to give Hoyer an edge. I mean, if it gets to a battle of backups, at least he's got some more experience over Sudfeld.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good experience, but it wasn't with San Francisco early this year. That's for sure. That wasn't good experience.
Oh yeah, no, it is true. Like, if Nick Foles gets hurt in this game, it's fucking over. Like, there's no way in hell Nate Sudfeld's fucking winning this game.
No. He's barely attempted a pass in this league. No, I don't like their chances.
Yeah, I thought the Redskins liked them, but not enough to keep them, evidently. All right, second half basketball. Fresno State and Nevada. Fresno State, Nevada. What's the score at the half? Very high scoring game. We're on the over. So it's 45-43 Fresno. They put up 88 points, guys. Wow. 88 points. Second half total, 80.5. Except, fuck, I'm seeing 82 at one space. I don't like that. 82. I don't know. It's been a fucking track meet, so I don't really see any reason why it slows down.
But one last thing about the flea flicker with Josh McDaniels on the one side, you got Reich/Peterson. They're both in on the play calling on the Philadelphia side. You got two aggressive motherfuckers there. I mean, they're going to they will go into their bag of tricks at any moment where they feel it's the right time to do it. They won't hesitate. So you've got that trickeration aspect on both sides when they've got the ball, I think, in this game.
I agree, Babineaux. I mean, you look, we talked about it. You look at the aggression that they showed. You look at the aggression that they showed in throwing that bomb, with 1 minute left at the end of the first half when you and I were doing the bet cast. Peterson's been aggressive all year. He does aggressive things. And also with the plays opening up the game, Babineaux, against the Minnesota Vikings, the first play of the game, the Nick Foles threw a bomb, and it was pass interference. They got something out of it.
Yep.
Jeffrey got pass interfered with. First game against the Falcons, they threw the ball as well. Because a lot of people think, Philadelphia is going to come out timid and do this and that. It's actually the opposite, They usually try to mix it up. They attack you a bit. And I don't think Doug Peter – I hope. You can never predict this shit, Babineaux. I never thought the Minnesota Vikings would choke like the way – I'm not shocked the Vikings lost, but the way they did, Babineaux, right? They quit. They tapped out. So – I have confidence in Frank Reich and Doug Peterson to be aggressive and to understand you can't just play it by the book to beat the Patriots. They'll catch up to you and beat you unless you kill them and go for the jugular. But you never know, Babineaux, right? I mean, my Buffalo Bills look great a lot of times and we fucking choked, right? Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Here's a good prop, too, to get after the thought process that Gabe and I both have about the 7 Super Bowls in a row where Brady and the Patriots offense haven't scored a point in the first quarter. Here's another good one if you want to attack that. What will happen first, Patriots score or punt? Punt is -120. That's a cheap price to go with punt.
Good eye.
That's a real good price.
Good eye, considering exactly. The only thing is we got to be careful, Babineaux, because I'm with you. I was like,
Defensive touchdown, exactly. Fumble 6 or pick 6. Yeah.
Also, too many bets correlated on the fact that the Patriots are going to do jack shit early. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yep.
Because
can't spread yourself too thin.
I like under 9.5 first quarter. I like more points in the second half. You just called it, Patriots punt. I'm thinking, well, fuck. I can get the Eagles at plus 125 to be the first team to score.
Which I already have. I like that price
in the first quarter. So how the hell do I not take that? 120 plus 125.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But then it's all fucking correlated on the Patriots not scoring first, man.
Don't spread too much of your bankroll over one theme or one ideology or one strategy.
All those bets are almost the same, right?
Exactly. It's all attacking the same concept. Exactly right.
Well, I can live with those two. Under 9.5 first quarter.
Yep.
Eagles to score first.
Yeah.
That's not like crazy because now I'm booking all right. And let's say for some reason, all right, the Eagles don't score first. Hey, if I get out of the first quarter and it's 7-0 Pats, I still won the under 9.5, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but then you get into the total, like, trust me. I mean, man, I wish I had all this money. I'd play like 300 props if I could. Yeah. Like you said, I cut it at 16. I probably could have given about fucking 50. I was like, man, I should do 52. 52 picks to a video. I don't have time for that shit.
Oh, there you go. Eagles minus 9.5 more rushing yards over the Patriots. That's another one I bet that I like quite a bit. Eagles minus 9.5 more rushing yards than the Patriots. I think you're going to see that. I think they're going to be the run-heavy team over New England, no question.
That's like Babineaux, man. Yeah, I like where you're going, Babineaux. You're picking all these nice. I look forward to reading your column actually over at Sport Memo. You got all these nice props that not everyone's talking about. Good job. So yeah, we'll get out of here, Babineaux. I know you got your stuff. You got work to do yourself, man. I'm not the only one doing this stuff. So you got your prop work to do. You got ice guys in the morning. You got a lot of stuff going on. Me too. I got a tape in the morning again. I got guests that are canceling. It's a fucking nightmare. But we're not going to be on tomorrow night. I thought Big Man was going to step up, actually, but I don't even think he is. I think they're shutting it down tomorrow night.
Yep, they are. No show tomorrow. They already said that to me as well, yep.
Yeah. No show tomorrow. No show Friday as well. But –
well, there will be a show. It'll be a special social media thing from Costa Rica where you guys are.
Yeah. So it's not my show, but I'll be there, right? Like, I'll be on Friday night from Costa Rica, guys, with everyone. It's going to be Low Shack, Jimmy, Donnie. We're all going to be together shooting the shit, talking about the Super Bowl. And then, but for the Patreon guys, I'll do something. I'll be checking in. You think I can't go a day without the Rage, Babineaux, right?
Of course, he's checking in.
Anger management class. I'll just pump it out for free Friday night for an hour or something,
Oh, yeah, you can count on it. Gabe's checking in. Morency's checking in. He will be.
Yeah. No more alcohol or Demerol. No more fun at all. He's checking in. Mom, when I grow up, I want to go to the Betty Ford Clinic. Better start saving.
Yeah. Great episode, yeah.
He's checking in.
All
right. Yeah, good stuff.
Short and sweet. Good.
What's up, Donnie?
Was he in the chat? Good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good time. I'm leaving in the morning. Like I said, I'll get there tomorrow night. Zach is picking me up. I'll be getting there a little late, though. Hopefully everything works out, through the airport and all that type stuff. But, yeah, so no Thursday night throwdown tomorrow night, guys. No Friday night freak show, but tomorrow will be a little shady. I'm going to be in the air all day, but I want you to let me know on Twitter right away how'd Conflict Diamond do. So when I get to the airport in El Salvador, how'd the horse do? I'll look online. So tomorrow night will be a little shady, but you know me. Maybe I'll jump online for a few minutes from my room tomorrow night. But I can't predict this stuff. It's tough. I'm in Central America. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow night? And then. But Friday, even though I'm doing the stuff with SBR Friday night, I'll check in with you guys. Saturday, we'll check in. I'll do the Patreon Saturday. Will be from Jackal Beach. Donnie Rightside's going to be there. Donnie will come on the show. We're staying at a 5-star resort. It's going to be off the fucking hook, actually, man. It's going to be a real crazy trip, this one.
Oh, it sounds fun. Yeah, I'll tune in on Sunday. I'll be at a Super Bowl bash, but I'll check that out for a little bit on the computer there. SBR.
Yeah, it starts at 5. Me and Donnie come on at 6.
Good stuff. That's gonna be fun. That beach is beautiful. I saw a beautiful beach there. You're gonna have a great backdrop, great landscape in the background. You're gonna have a blast.
Yeah. I know Donnie loves his cigars, and I like my other cigars. So it's gonna be a very smoky balcony, Donnie. cigar
Donnie,
smoke, marijuana smoke. It'd be fucking puffy. Fuck. Poof.
Donnie, do your best to maintain composure throughout this Super Bowl Sunday. I know it's the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, but you gotta keep it together for us, please. And we know you can do it.
Crazy is, you see, I got jerseys of every fucking team. You know what I mean? I gave the Tom Brady one away because I hate him so much. I gave it to Clam Chowder. Clam Chowder's a good guy. So once I was like, Chowder, fuck, you want this? You take this Brady? You want this Brady jersey, man? I said, I'll never wear it on the show. I said, I put it on the set a couple of times, but yeah, he's a nice guy, Chowder. I was like, you want it? But I've got an old school Brian Westbrook jersey, an Eagles jersey. But I've got a bunch of bags here. I got to find it. Like, I can rock the old school Westbrook jersey, old school. Deuce
Staley, do you have one of his or no?
No. What do you think, man? I got 13 Eagles jerseys? No, I got a fucking Westbrook jersey. Yeah, Shell Dog's like, you never see me in one. No, I'm not. You know what? I told you guys. I was a big fan of that Eagles team, that Bobby Hoying jersey. I told you, I was a big fan of the Seth Joyner, Andre Dirty Waters, Jerome Brown, Reggie White, Keith Jackson, Randall Cunningham, Buddy Ryan. I love that Eagles team. I was a Bills fan, but how could you not like that Eagles team? That was a badass team. We talked about it the other day. They played in the Fog Bowl.
The Eagles, they had some good teams. Yep.
You know what's funny, actually? My buddy Chris Meany has an Eagles jersey. It's at the network, and it's funny. He wanted to give it to me before. It's like the alternate green one, but he wanted to give it to me because it's LaShawn McCoy. And he's like, hey, he goes, to be honest with you, he goes, I never wore it since McCoy left. He goes, I never even wore it that much. He goes, not like it's used. And he goes, I know you're a big McCoy fan. He goes, he's not on our team anymore. He goes, and he used to leave it. He goes, if you ever want to wear it on your show or something, just grab it. I'm going to see if it's there tomorrow, man. It's like that lime green one. So I'll put a lime green LaShawn McCoy jersey.
I mean, you think about some of the great quarterbacks that have been Philadelphia Eagles in the past, had great tenures with the Eagles, the Randall Cunninghams, the Donovan McNabbs. And could you imagine Sunday we get Nick Foles as your Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles? Would be an amazing story. Really would be.
You know what? Get this, guys. I'll be honest. I would cry if the Buffalo Bills won. I got teared up when we made the playoffs. So, yeah. I'm not going to lie. It's been 20 years. I got choked up. I didn't cry, but I did get sort of watery, and I was like, I can't believe it. I'm so happy. So I can understand if an Eagle fan would break down. But, yeah, I got to see if I can find that jersey, actually. All right, Babineaux. So enjoy the Super Bowl party. You're going to be singing karaoke and tearing it up?
No, because that would send the party out the front door. We're not going to do that. We're going to be smart. We're going to have people enjoy the game, instead of sending them in the other direction. So we're going to keep our trap shut in the singing department.
Shell Dog's like, I'll cry if they win. I know, what's funny? Yeah, I'd get choked up. I never really cried after a loss, except once when I was with Shell Dog. I had probably one of my biggest meltdowns after a loss. Not mad, but depressed and all over the place. But I was on a bender. I was wasted. I had a lot of personal problems. My father was dying. It was just I had problems with my girlfriend. It was a bad night. I had a lot invested in the Super Bowl. We lost. I was a fucking wreck after the game. I was throwing shit, fucking breaking down. Then I was all right for 10 minutes. I was doing rails and shit. I was like, all right, I'm fine. Then I was all angry again. I was like, fucking room. I was ripping tickets up in my living room, throwing them against the wall. Fucking motherfucker. Fucking, oh yeah, throwing shit. And then I remember Bronx Bomber. He's like, bro. He goes, you keep fucking throwing tickets that are winners. He's like, you won 3,000. He's like, look, this is a prop. Kaepernick, rushing yards. You won. I was like, oh, maybe it's not so bad after all. Fuck yeah, I got 2,000 back. Fucking, I was a mess that night.
Before I say goodnight, I will say one thing about all Eagles fans out there. Donnie, Big Man, Jeff in my bowling league, everybody that I know that's an Eagle fan. you are allowed to shed some tears if you win this Super Bowl. When you think about it, we lose our starting quarterback. We battle through everybody. We're being priced as home underdogs throughout our entire run in the playoffs, despite being the #1 NFC seed, playing at home.
I keep forgetting shit. That's one thing I wanted to say is that only 2 teams before were underdogs in both their playoff games and then went into the Super Bowl. Because we know this, because basically the Philadelphia Eagles were the first fucking team ever to be a fucking 1 seed and be underdogs. So it's only happened. This is only the 3rd time, guys, that a team was an underdog in every game in the playoffs and going into the Super Bowl. One of them off the top of my head, and I called it right away when Mark Lawrence asked me who the 2 were, Baltimore Ravens, when they won the Super Bowl. They were underdogs against they were underdogs in every game. Remember they hit that fucking long pass to shock Denver? They were underdogs. They were 4.5-point underdogs against San Francisco. And who did Baltimore play in the first round then? They were underdogs. Baltimore were underdogs in every game. And then the Denver Broncos, the first time the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl with John Elway, they were underdogs in every game. So the Philadelphia Eagles are only the 3rd team to be underdogs in every playoff game and win. And the previous 2 to do it both won the Super Bowl. Just want to throw that out there.
Exactly. There's some good karma in that regard. And think about it. You lose Carson Wentz, home underdog in both playoff games. You win those against Atlanta and Minnesota. You would be taking down one of the greatest dynasties in the NFL in recent memory, the New England Patriots, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. You'd be taking them down to win this Super Bowl. Believe me, if you're an Eagles fan, you want to have a good cry if you win the Super Bowl, have at it. You got my blessing. You've earned it.
Ian Cameron, a.k.a. Babineaux. All right, Babineaux, we'll let you get to work here. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
All right, Morency, have fun in Costa Rica. Have a blast. Win some bets. Win some money on Super Bowl weekend. Everyone in the chat, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody.
See you later, Babineaux.
See ya.
All right. Great stuff with Babineaux. Thanks for joining us. Great stuff with Babineaux. See, he was so good, we didn't even bust his balls at all. Man, Babineaux really bringing it tonight with some great prop talk. Great prop talk. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll come back and I'll wrap it up. I'd love to talk with you all night. I know I could run my mouth forever, but I'm looking around now. I'm like, holy shit, this is getting real. Fuck, I got to be at the airport in about 12 hours. I got radio shows, fucking TV tapings. I'm like, oh. All right, so give me a minute here. We'll come back with some closing thoughts tonight here. Rick Barry, yeah, as if. Was it Brett Barry? Brett Barry's like, well, you know what a 20-point lead in the NBA is never safe. It's like, come on, dude. 20-point lead in the NBA, the game's motherfucking over. All right, so we're right on the number right now. UNLV's winning 66-55. 68-55 with 6 minutes left. The in-game total is 149.5. And it closed at 148, right? Or 147.5, 148 or so. Fresno State and Nevada, the track meet continues. You know, we told you the second half, it shouldn't stop. They've scored 38 points in the first 8 minutes. So it's not slowing down. It's 64-64 with 12 minutes left. I suggest if you're looking for a little degen, little fun action here, I like the over. I told you I already like the over in the second half. But I think it gets there. It's over 182.5 right now in game. 64-64. So they're 52 more points. There'll be fouls and 66-64. Like I said, they're going to end up they're both getting into the 80s here, high 80s. They're going to get They should get to the 90s, actually. Sorry. They're going to get to the 90s. All right, guys. So, oh, is it 146? Okay, good. All right, gentlemen. I'd like to stay with you all night here, but I got to get ready for the morning. I'll check in tomorrow night online. I don't know. It'll be on Twitter or something. Maybe if I could do a video. I'm going to be getting there. If everything works out well, I'll be getting to Costa Rica at like 8:30 their time. So it's not too bad. I don't plan on going out and getting fucked up or anything tomorrow night. You never know. Maybe somewhere, let's go out, whatever. You only live once. So I'm going to enjoy myself when I'm there. But I imagine tomorrow I'll be kind of mellow if I get there at like 9 at night or whatever. Check into my hotel, get some weed, and maybe I'll blast a quick hour out from the hotel room or something. Tell you about my trip. Like I said, Friday night we'll be on with everybody. Friday doing a special Super Bowl get together at the SBR headquarters. So we'll be there with Donnie Rightside Friday night, and all my shows are on fantasy for the next couple of days. You better watch them, man. I don't know how much longer. We'll see what happens, but changes. Troubles are brewing. All right, but we appreciate everybody tuning in here. If you can, give us a thumbs up on the way out, and even more importantly than a thumbs up, make sure you support SBR, guys. You support them by supporting with the thumbs up, the likes, with the videos, but more importantly is, go to their website and bet on their sports books. That's how they keep in business, and that's how they keep these free content for you. SBR doesn't make money, guys. All these shows go away for you, so you're getting free content. I appreciate that, Chris Edge. Too bad you couldn't come, but we'll set something up. Yeah, I'm not going for a walk in El Salvador or anything during my layover. No, I'm going to go into the city for San Salvador for an hour. Go to a strip club. Thanks, Harry Tuttle. Philadelphia Eagles are winning 30-27. Follow me on Twitter, guys. And you know what, Chris Edge? I think we're going to come down to Vegas for a couple of days during March Madness. Close for you to San Diego. Let's hook up. Thanks, Bobbert, Ad Rich, Nick, Andrew. Golfer, Tuttle, love my hometown. Van Fobb, Laker, Eli Davis, predictions guy, Chris Edge, Omar, Alex, Ace Farmer, Sam, Shell Dog, DFS, Goat, everybody else in between that I don't see. Thanks to Babineaux and Taylor Stevens. We'll see you guys online. Follow me on Twitter at Sports Rage if you aren't already, and you'll know what I'm up to over the weekend. Other than that, oh yeah, and on Patreon, patreon.com/sportsrage. I'll crank something out over the weekend. Go Conflict Diamond tomorrow. Our horse is in the third race at Woodbine. We're the 7 horse. We're 8-1. It's our first race back after 5-6 months, guys. So no guarantees, but we could come top 3 or something. I don't have high hopes, but we're 8-1. We got a puncher's chance. Other than that, you're on your own. May the winners be yours. Later. I'll be online tomorrow from the airport and shit, but I'll see you guys later.